disguise I could put on if I really do bad.
You're wearing it.
Yeah,
Nobody
just
knows
take
who
off
you
your
are.
hair.
Grillo, you look the most panicked.
Yeah, I'm freaking out.
Eric, what's your disposition like right now? Are you nervous?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
I
But
think
how are
Ganji
we doing this?
Ganji turned around to almost throw up.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just
All right.
can we get this over with already?
Robin asked a relevant question. How am I going to reveal the results? I'm going to start by revealing, because there were 7 contestants. And all of you are winners in my book. Except you, Bobo. Thanks. No, just kidding around. All right. I'm going to take the person who came in dead last and work my way to the top.
Wow. Gary, can you not stand next to me because it makes me feel like I'm dead?
I know I don't need to stand next to John and Will, so I'll start with Ganji.
Gary's standing next to the person who thinks he's going to do that.
I got to be ready. Good
All
producer.
right, here we go. And remember, when you hear these results, this does not gauge how successful you'll be in life.
Why are you looking at me?
What?
You're looking at me.
You are a success. Listen, you have toupees, and you were a driving instructor. What, I mean, you've proven everything. You don't have to
37
prove
years
it.
of service.
Grillo's on top of the world. He's a barback. All right, listen to me. And now we go to the IQ test results. 7 people, 7 results. Who will be number 1? Will the number 1 beat the highest IQ score we've had on the show so far from 𝗧𝗵𝗏 out of 122? There's money and pride all involved in America's number 1 show.
Yeah.
IQ. With your host, Howard Stern. Produced by Howard Stern. Directed by Howard Stern. Howard Stern. Howard Stern. Did I say Howard Stern, Robin?
Yes, you did.
All right. And now,
Come on.
Come on, I'm getting
the
nervous.
person who came in dead last. Did I mention concept by Howard Stern? All right, okay.
And graphics.
Graphics by Howard Stern.
Set design.
All right.
I can't take this.
All right, here we go. I've now looked at the...
Hey, wait a minute. How come we could
Have you seen all the results?
No.
No.
I'm doing
Just
them one at a
time.
time.
Okay.
I just looked.
All right.
I know the person who came in dead last. You're in for a shock.
Uh-oh.
Really? That means you're lost
In
already.
for a shock.
Wow.
That means I make some money.
Grillo, you look nervous.
Oh, God, dude. I'm going to throw up.
Bobo, what's going on?
I'm freaking out right now.
Why?
My chest is racing. Gary keeps standing by me.
He must think something. What do you
That's what I'm
think?
saying. You guys
Do you think Bobo was dead last?
Here's the deal. As a producer, all jokes aside, I know that in my heart, Ganji, John, and Will aren't in the chase, but Will, the farter, Grillo, and Bobo are. So I want to be close to the person I think will win to get an immediate reaction.
Okay.
That's your feeling about this.
The person who came in dead last with a score of 87.
Oh,
I lost already.
Oh,
God, that's below dullness.
What?
Isn't that below dullness?
no, that's right in dullness.
That's normal
That's an
average
retard.
intelligence.
Dr. Sid, what is 87? Would that be dull?
No, that's the low average.
Low average. I'm looking at a different scale.
Yeah, the chart
Low
here
average.
says 84 113 or 85 115.
Yeah. What does it say for 84?
Normal or average intelligence.
Oh,
That's
all
on
right.
one scale, and on the Wechsler classification, it's 85 to 115. So
I see. So you would say it's below.
I'm looking at the Lewis Terman, which
it's
is
the-
80 to 89. Is
It's the
dullness.
lowest end of average.
normal.
All right, so it means one person came in the lowest at a score of 87.
Who is that person?
So great. Every time I look at like Grillo or Bobo or Will, like they all start freaking out.
87.
Bobo, if you are that guy, are you going to just be so upset?
Oh, I'm going to be in seclusion all day.
All right.
I'll freak out.
You know what? We should have left the betting
Because
open.
half of my neighborhood knows I'm doing this today.
We could say, all right,
gonna
it's a
have to move.
member of the staff in 87.
A member of our present staff is not an 87.
Ah.
I just heard Ganji let out a deep, deep breath.
Ganji, are you all right?
Yeah, oh, I'm so happy now.
That would leave... Where are you going, Grillo?
Later, losers.
Grillo just walked out. That would leave Will the Farter, Eric the Actor, Steve Grillo, Eric the Actor, Will the Farter, and Bobo, who are not presently members of our staff. Will the Farter, it's not you.
I don't think it was.
Steve, You know I love you.
Yeah.
It's not you.
Oh, no. No, not me.
Eric.
No,
Eric.
no.
Eric?
Eric, are you there?
Yes.
It's not you.
Oh, Jesus.
It's Bobo. Wow.
I'm in bad shape.
What's going on? Talk to us.
Oh, man. Howard, I can't believe it.
Doctor says you're average intelligence.
Wow. Average intelligence?
Yeah, 87.
The low end, but
You
average.
lost to Jeff the Drunk by only 2 points.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, no.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Only 2 points, and you beat Wendy the retard.
oh,
Feel
gee, thanks.
good. Feel good. You're not the lowest
You beat
ever.
High Pitch Eric.
Oh, this is so damaging.
And you
I'm going to have to move.
You know what this means, Bobo?
No, I'm going to have to move. Seriously.
How will you figure it
I
out?
mean you have to move. What are you going to do? You're going to leave
Half
the
the
country?
people in my neighborhood, they're all fans of the show. They know I'm going to be here.
Oh,
But it does mean he's a true member of the Whack Pack.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Now you're in.
Oh,
You always wanted to be
Bobo,
in.
look how far you've come with an 87 IQ. I mean, you
You should be proud.
You taught people things. The people you taught driving, are most of them in jail?
yeah, they all had accidents.
Well, remember, they did used to throw things at the back of his head.
Ganji, you're smiling. You're so relieved.
I'm so happy that wasn't me.
Eric, how are you feeling? I had you
You're
for
not
last.
the lowest.
You're not the lowest.
Oh, I'm glad.
You're perfect for this game. Steve, you look like you're very relieved.
A little bit.
All right.
It's just you're dragging it out, bro. Let's go.
All right, you're absolutely right. Let's move on to the next person. Will DeFarter, congratulations. A lot of people thought you were going to be way down there. I believe that you were not. I know you. I see you got intelligence. Anyone who farts the way you do has to know something.
There's a calm, confidence that he has. I think he might have done better than everybody else thinks for some
Let's
reason.
find out. Bobo, I know you're reeling right now.
Yeah.
All right. Do you need some water?
Yeah, I think I.
All right, Gary, give him some water.
What was Bobo's score again? 80 what?
Xanax, too.
87. no?
87.
Give me some water too, please.
What do you think? Okay, someone help out Will. He's getting nervous.
They say on this scale that Bobo could be an unskilled worker.
Can't believe it.
Bobo, it says you could be an unskilled worker. Don't you feel good?
In my profession, I was tops. And I still am.
I'm glad I didn't learn to drive from you.
Oh, Jesus.
No wonder there's so many wrecks.
You think the National Safety and Empire Safety Council is listening right now?
Are you kidding, Bobo? There's probably all kinds of government programs you can get on now. This is a boom to you. Are you kidding? You probably get free money.
Yeah, right.
All right. Anyone shocked? I think I had bets.
I am. I'm surprised.
I think
I'm
I won some
surprised.
money so far.
I think you did.
I had him in high 90s, Howard.
I had heavy money that Eric was lowest, didn't I?
Yeah, Fred took the under on Eric the
Yeah.
Midget.
Well, I lost immediately when
Yeah.
I was
So
at
Fred
87.
lost to you and Sal 50
No,
bucks.
I lost
off.
50-50-50. You won
Right,
also
to
to
me
Robin.
too.
But Howard, you lost your bet
I
that Eric would finish last.
Yeah.
So you owe 50 to Benji and 50 to Ralph.
All right. We're going to have to settle up. See, already Ralph's making money.
I thought I had in on that bet because I didn't think Eric.
You wish you had it.
Yeah.
No, you did.
All right. The person with the next lowest IQ. Who will it be? The person with the second lowest score. A score of 99. He did not break 100.
99.
John Hine,
Yeah.
it's not you.
Thank God.
All right. What did I say about Ganji?
You said that Ganji would what? Not crack 100?
I told you you wouldn't beat Sal.
He wouldn't beat Sal. Yeah.
Person with a, oh boy, I'm sorry to say this. The person, Ganji, with the 99 is not you.
Ah. I love my Ganji.
What's the matter?
Are you wrong?
Oh, you got him out of order.
I threw him in a...
You screwed it up.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do this.
If Will were in charge, this would happen.
All right, I got it.
I went and added Eric and one.
All right, I'll fix it. Jason fucked up.
lowest?
What? No,
That means I'm not the
you're the
lowest?
lowest.
No,
You're the lowest.
that was right.
You're the lowest. You sure the rest of this is right?
Oh, God. Well,
Yes, the rest of it's right. All the numbers are right. I just put somebody out of order because I had to
So the numbers are right. Okay,
Everyone's
okay,
number
good.
is correct.
Okay, all right. We're
are
gonna
you
start
in the
up.
right order again?
The person who has... We got some staff. Jason, you were definitely not going to be the producer if something happens to go. I will already.
Does that mean I'm in?
We haven't seen your IQ yet. Maybe
I don't care.
We can't leave it to Will either.
All right. The person with the second lowest IQ of 90. There was a mistake made in the number. It's 90. It is not 99.
Okay, that's all right.
There's a 99 in the
It's a 90.
A 90.
A 90.
Nothing to be proud of.
Well, Bobo's proud of his 87.
Yeah,
He's done a lot with it.
Look at him. A person who was second to the lowest with a score of 90. Only 3 points higher than Bobo, but yet beat Bobo. Steve.
Yo.
Everyone says you're kind of dull, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's not you.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so here we go. Is there a person on the staff?
It is a person who is not on my staff.
All right.
Will, you're shaking your head.
It can't be me.
It's Eric the actor.
Wow.
Eric, not bad. You did a 90, Eric. How do you feel?
That's good. You beat Jeff the drunk.
You beat Jeff, and with your handicaps, which
You're probably smarter.
Dr. Randy, you say Eric could have even scored higher if he didn't have his handicaps. Is that correct? Oh, maybe Dr. Randy's on hold. Hold on. Dr. Randy, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, you're saying because Eric has his handicaps, he might have even scored a couple extra points, right?
Yeah, I do believe he would have scored higher on the block design and the coding and the symbol search.
Okay.
Okay.
So the manipulating of the objects was a little bit difficult, and the holding of the pencil could have held him back. So.
All right.
So you're saying that how many point spread would you give him? Would you say that he possibly could have gotten higher?
I still think he would have. I don't think he would have broken 100, but maybe 3 to 5 points higher.
Wow. Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, Eric, how do you feel about that?
I guess it's a reasonable number.
You beat Wendy the retard. You beat high pitch Eric.
And you're in the normal range.
And you beat Jeff the drunk.
You beat Jeff the drunk, and you beat Bobo.
And Bobo.
What, Bobo?
I am so wrecked.
You thought you were going to beat Eric, didn't you?
Yeah, I really did.
And Eric could be a semi-skilled worker.
I thought it was like in the hundreds somewhere, at least 103.
You could be a driver's ed teacher, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, you shocked me. You came up pretty good.
Did I at least do well enough that Robin didn't lose anything?
I think you did. I think you served me well, at least against Fred.
Right.
And by the way, if it makes you feel better, you wiped me out. I'm pretty sure. Did I say high or low on Eric, on the high-low?
I don't think you took that bet.
You said...
I said he would be high, didn't I? I think I won money on
Howard, yeah, you did. You said that Eric would beat or would lose to Will the Farter, and you bet $100 with Robin.
Oh, good.
So you win 100.
Thank you, Eric.
Howard, the whole thing on this that's really weird is I'm not surprised at Eric's number. That's probably around. I'm just so surprised at Bobo's number.
Yeah, me too. Wow.
I mean, I thought Eric would
be
have.
Shocked.
I am. I thought Eric would have been about that low, but I thought Bobo would have been in the mid to high 90s.
Well, Eric, you are a winner of sorts today. Congratulations.
And, your spread against Bobo could be even higher.
Right. All right?
Right.
Okay. Eric the actor, everybody, coming in with a respectable score. All right.
All right. Now, where do we go?
Ooh. Okay. Now let's get back to the game. We're going to go to the person with the third lowest score. This is the score of 99.
Oh, boy.
Still not breaking 100. Steve, who do you think it is?
I think it's me.
Will the Farter, who do you think it is?
I think it's going to be a surprise.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Is it somebody on the staff?
Is it
somebody on the staff?
Is it possible it's you?
No, it's not me.
So somebody on the staff, Will is saying, is a 99.
Ganji, who do you think it is?
Probably Steve.
You think
It sounds.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got at least around 100, 101, 102.
Right, okay.
It sounds about what I did, I think. So
I already told you it's not someone on our staff.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So the answer is Will the Farter, it's not you. Steve Grillo.
Yeah.
You have a score of 99.
Yeah, figured that.
You figured that.
He just misses skilled work.
Howard, here's how I know.
You missed skilled work, so Wouldn't an electrician be a skilled
Skilled
worker?
work. So he was right to drop
It was
out.
good you got out of that.
Howard, here's how I know that he's a 99.
Yeah.
You already said it's somebody not on the staff.
Right.
You already said it wasn't Bobo or Eric or Will the farter, yet he was still surprised when you said his name.
No, I wasn't still surprised. I was just like, I know. Like, what's the big deal? What's everybody looking at?
Were you upset by this?
I told you. That's about what I thought I would do.
Right. Well, you've certainly actually lived up to a 99 IQ. You've done reasonably well, you know.
Yeah.
And you got some hustle and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, all right, you beat Eric.
There you go.
There you go. Although the doctor says Eric might have beaten you if he didn't have his handicap.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Now it's time to get
All
into
right,
the
now
real.
we're getting into
Now we're going to have some fun.
significant numbers.
All right, the person who was fourth from the lowest. There were
With
three.
a what?
With a score of 100.
Oh.
Just one?
Oh, come on. Grillo, go over and take the hand of who you think scored right next to you.
I want to take this test
Let's
again.
get into it. Now, the only people left standing. So if Grillo got a 99 and Eric, the actor, got a 90, and Bobo got an 87, there isn't much of a spread between you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously, I quit.
Ganji, your worst nightmare would be to lose to Sal, right?
Yeah, well, not to lose to Sal. I mean, I don't want to lose to Sal.
You want
but-
more than 100.
Yeah, and
Right.
to lose to Will the farter would really freak me
Well,
out.
you're reasonably confident that you got over 100, right?
I believe I did. Yeah.
Is
Well-
John Hine worried?
John,
or
are you worried at all that you got 100 IQ?
No, I don't think I got 100.
Will, are you?
I mean, there's
Will
only
Murray?
4 of us left at this point, so
It could be.
it could be, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to get this one over with quickly.
All right.
The person who was a whole point smarter than Grillo.
Significant.
The person who came in fourth from the lowest with an IQ of 100. Will Murray, what? Why are you biting
You're such
your
an
hand?
asshole.
Why are you biting your hand?
Cause, man, I'm nervous. I'm
All
nervous
right.
at this point.
Okay, Ganji. What?
I'm really nervous.
Ganji.
Please don't.
Good news.
Oh, come on, just fucking spit it out already.
It's Will the farter.
You're an idiot.
Will, you had me convinced you had a high IQ.
Now let me ask is the other guy on the line still?
Yeah,
Yes, Dr. David Sitt.
Tester?
What parts did I do bad on?
Dr. David Sitt, do you know Will the farter? Can you
Could
tell
you
us?
tell him where he needs work?
Where did he
Give
fall
you some
down?
background on Will. Will walks into my office and says, Doc, I got to tell you, I slept 45 minutes last night. I had a couple of shots before I went to bed.
Oh, my God.
And I said, and he walked in with an energy drink that was maybe a 16-ounce energy drink.
Right.
Howard, that bet just cost you $300.
Wow, Will the farter had me convinced. You know,
Why?
because he was
He
so,
was so
confident.
confident.
And he said he took an IQ test online and he got 120 something.
There's a 27-point difference in what he got online and what he got in life.
Right.
Can't trust those online IQ tests. They're 5 questions, and they're not even close to
Well,
it.
it was more than 5 questions.
Yeah. What was his worst sort of skill? You don't have his test in front of you, do you?
I do have his test in front of me.
Yeah. Like, where did he really screw up? Where did he show to be just almost ridiculously retarded?
He actually tanked in the vocabulary area. Where he
Really?
had to define words. That was.
But yet he uses vocabulary every day in his occupation. He is, after all, a phone sex guy.
Brutal master.
He's brutal master. You're saying brutal master has a limited vocabulary.
I'm saying brutal master, just couldn't get it.
Oh, brutal master. Yeah. All right. Well, Will, you look a little down.
It's like if I had like more sleep that day, I probably would have done better. But some of the words, that's the only thing I tanked on, I think, is just the vocabulary.
Vocabulary and some of the information, like, I'll ask you one question. Who wrote Hamlet?
Do you know the answer to that?
I do not know that.
Oh, my God.
See, that's a pretty easy one.
No, well, see, the ones that really got me was the one he said the similarities between a fence and an anchor.
All right.
For some reason, that wasn't just, coming off.
Well, that you couldn't figure that one out?
Well, the only thing I can think of is maybe they're both like they both hold things together, I guess.
Hold things out.
Well,
Your head is like an anchor.
No, they both hold things down.
Well, what about like maybe they're both made out of metal?
Well, I thought that too, but I thought that was too stupid for the. I honestly thought that was smarter than the test.
You overthought the test.
Yeah.
Well, Brutal Master, when I call you on the phone for phone sex, I want you to humiliate me with simple words, not complicated.
You know, humiliate me by saying I've got a 100 IQ and I'm beating you.
All right, Bobo, you did not, Bobo, as much as you want to laugh at Will the Farter, you did not beat him.
No, I know.
That's right, okay.
I'm still reeling over
All right. You're still reeling, having a hard time. But don't worry about it. You didn't do so poorly.
Howard, you have to feel good that only staff members are left at this point.
There are 3 staff members, and now what we're
And
really...
thank God, at least you're over 100.
At least it says something about me. I've hired some reasonably intelligent.
Yeah. Because above 100, you're at least a skilled worker.
All right. Now the real information's coming out. We have 3 people left. And really what we're trying to find out is Ganji smarter than I think he is? I mean, here's a guy who sent porno to my child's 2nd grade teacher.
And what did you think? You thought he was below a 102, right?
I believe 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗛𝗶 will beat him. Everyone seems to think Will Murray, our associate producer, is some sort of genius around here.
I got a lot of money riding on that.
And there might be some sort of surprise here. Everyone is saying John Hein is smarter than Scott DePace. Finally, someone's going to shut up Scott DePace about being the smartest guy in the show.
Please.
You say you feel confident now.
I'm feeling more confident now.
More confident.
Shut up, Baldy.
And now, let's find out
go.
our 3 staff members who are very brave to take this test. It can be very, very nerve-wracking. You've got Mike Ganji, who's been with me how many years?
20 years.
Will Murray, how long you been with me?
Almost 10.
And I saved Will's life when he was very young.
You did do that.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Only 10 years you've been with us?
Well, I started as an intern in 2001.
Okay. But you've been here, it seems like you've been hanging around here forever.
No, way too long.
John Hein, everyone says John's the smartest. John made the website Jump the Shark. John knows everything about television. John.
John's feeling a shitload of pressure right now.
Here we go, boys. I'm going to take a look first.
What's the next number?
All right, here we go. The next number, Robin, is 110.
Oh.
So all 3 of you beat Sal. 110 would be about what Ralph got, or Ralph got a 112.
Right.
Yeah, and that's professional and technical.
JD was a 106. Ralph was a 112.
JD was a 106. So the person who is 4 points smarter. Now here comes a big surprise, because I know you're all sitting there thinking it's Ganji. Ganji, you even think it's you. Right?
Oh, I think it's me. Yeah.
You
absolutely.
think you have a 110 IQ?
I think I have a
and that
110.
would bum you out, wouldn't it?
No, I said 110 or higher would make me happy.
That was his okay.
Okay.
110 was my line.
110 was your line.
Right. So I'd be okay.
You're okay now.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Will's going to puke.
Will, are you going to
I feel close, man. I would not be happy with a 110.
Well, I think you're all going to be shocked by this one. Sorry to
Shocked?
say. Yeah, I think you're going to be a little shocked. John Hein, everyone keeps saying how smart you are. And guess what? You're smarter than 110.
But we're going to be shocked? Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
Yes,
no.
this is shocking. It's between Will Murray and Ganji, and here's the shock of it. How could someone with a 110 IQ send a 2nd grade teacher a porno? It is Mike Ganji. Fuck you, Seth.
I thought Will was going to faint.
Are you okay, Will?
It's getting to me, man.
It's getting to you.
It is, absolutely.
Ganji, are you relieved or are you disappointed you weren't in the final 2?
I'm still disappointed. I would have liked to have been higher, but at least 110 was my line.
This is what infuriates me now. You have a 110. You have reasonable intelligence.
Why aren't you using your...
Yeah, why don't you fucking use your brain?
Howard, you're getting an ass kick, and that bet cost you $100.
I know.
I know.
Yeah, Ganji, I hold you responsible for that $100.
All right, I'll pay you.
All right, congratulations on
Thank
your
you
110.
very
You
much.
got your dream. You're
Yeah, it's my dream.
Good for you.
I'm so smart.
All right.
You beat Will the Farter.
These 2 guys thought they'd be the last 2 guys standing, and they are.
All right, let's find out the real information. Did anyone beat Scott DePace, and who's smarter, John Hein or Will Murray?
So what do you think?
I think John Hein is going to be the smartest, and I think he is going to beat Scott DePace.
All right.
And I bet money on it.
I really don't even feel like this is a competition between John and I. It's more if we can beat Scott. That's
Well, say
the goal.
it any way you want to say it.
It's the same.
Shut up, big ass.
What is that, Scott?
Never. Will's a dummy. I got Will pegged for a 116.
Wow, he is
right,
just
let's find
amazing.
out. You say Will's a dummy and 116.
116 and John High at 120.
I like that 𝗏𝗍 was gloating before that he beat 4 members of the Whack Pack that couldn't break 100. He's like,
I'm going to take a little peek. I'm too curious to.
Not to the whole thing, just to the next one, Howard, please.
Next one, not the whole thing.
Well, can I make a suggestion? When we did this last time,
this is going to be shocking.
When we did this last time, you said
I looked only at the next person.
How could it be shocking?
And he didn't make a face. That's weird.
I'm shocked by the result.
All right. Then I know what it is.
What do you think it is? Go ahead. What do you think it is?
Well, you're shocked?
That's right.
Well, are you shocked by the number or the name?
I don't have to tell you why I'm shocked.
Oh, no, then I'm not guessing.
Now you have to guess. All right. I find it shocking.
What is the number? Will you tell me?
All right. The number is 121, tied with Gary.
I think I lost the bet already with that fucking 𝗏𝗍.
121.
I think I know what it is.
One of you is dumber than I am.
Oh, shut up, Scott.
But that might mean someone's smarter than you, Scott.
Scott is right. One of you is dumber than Scott 𝗏𝗍. But here's the thing. Who do you think it is? Do you think it's John Hein or Will Murray?
You said you were shocked. I don't know what you're shocked by.
I don't even know what I'm shocked by. I'm shocked anyone would take this test. That's what I think I'm shocked by.
All right. Oh, God, would you just tell us who it is?
I think I'm in shock that I've got like 4 more shows to go and I don't know what I'm doing. My mind's not even here. I'm shocked about a lot of things.
All right.
All right.
Let's see. Who do you think the 121 here is? First of all, we now know that will be the producer if anything happens to Gary.
That's
because he beat Jason.
Yes.
We knew that when Jason gave Howard the wrong list.
All right. The person.
Brutal master.
All right. The person with a 121. Everyone is looking on.
Will you both be satisfied with a 121?
John, would you be satisfied with a 121?
No, but I think it's me. Because I do think Will did better than I did.
Will, would you be satisfied with a 121?
I'd be a lot happier if it was a 122 or 123 and beat that stupid punk director.
All right.
All right.
I'm looking at Bobo. He's wondering where he is right now.
Oh, yeah,
Bobo,
man.
this is a radio station.
Could we get someone to help Bobo out of the studio?
Bobo, I didn't realize. I should explain things to you. This is a radio show. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Eric the actor, aren't you glad you beat Bobo?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Eric's going to be able to get on the internet today and brag.
Absolutely.
You made one guy very happy, Bobo. All right.
He beat several Whack Packers.
He did. All right, here we go. Hey, Eric.
I see 2 very happy. Well, at least Will is really
I'm just
happy.
laughing at Jason because
Really
he can't
happy.
even control himself.
Jason's upset because you at least beat him by quite a few points.
And got a job.
Eric, I'm going to ask Eric the actor, who do you think is smarter, John Hein or Will Murray?
I'll go with Will.
Yeah, that's my man.
Okay.
All right.
The person with a 121 came in second place, nothing to be embarrassed about, tied with Baba Booey.
121, nice score.
Nice score, but does not beat Scott 𝗏𝗍𝗏, the current reigning champion of IQ. Person who came in second, Will, it's John Hein.
Oh, my God.
Shocking. I have so much.
I think I won something here.
Now, look at Will. He is beaming.
Scott, suck my balls.
You didn't necessarily beat him yet.
We don't know if you beat Scott, but you
That's
beat
right. You might have only tied.
John.
Howard, I keep saying this. That one just cost you $300.
I know.
You did some terrible betting.
All bets are off.
John and I are so close, we have to have the same IQ.
Yeah, look at that. No wonder you 2 are attracted to each other.
John, tell me what's going through your mind right now.
When I walked out of the test, I knew I didn't. I told a couple people I knew I didn't kill it, and it's an okay score, but I thought I was higher.
It's a very nice score.
Nice
It's a good score.
I had you pegged over.
What is that? That's the knee, John. Sorry, pal.
Yeah, but
Gary, pay up my $300.
No, it's $100. You have $300 on Will, douchebag.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You better stop the bragging right now, bitch.
Well, John,
right.
I found it shocking. I think everyone was pegging John Hein much higher.
Well, there are a few bets out there that Will was smarter.
Okay. Are you surprised, Howard, even though you haven't looked at the number yet, are you surprised that you said you didn't think Will was that smart? So now you see...
I didn't say I didn't think Will was that smart. I didn't think that he was going to beat John Hein. I do not know Will on that level that I would be able to gauge his intelligence.
You know, another question to ask John Hein, because John said that this would change your impression of him. And, John, do you feel now that you've lost some of your luster?
Well, I just cost him $300.
No, it doesn't, because I believe a 121 IQ is very high. So I don't think, I don't think you're dopey.
I thought my IQ was higher. I absolutely
did too. I did too. You were, after all, you're someone who worked for the SAT, training people how to train for it and this kind of thing. I mean, you've got an incredible background with Jump the Shark and all that, and you have information.
Will feels bad for you.
Yeah, Will feels
sorry
bad for
for
you. Now, Will, what's going through you emotionally now? You're on top.
I can't lose in this one.
Can't lose. You at least tied Scott to pace.
Absolutely.
All right.
Or did you beat him?
Or did you beat him?
Shit, please.
Scott, do you think he beat you?
Well, I mean, the odds are at this point.
Oh, look at you.
Now he's pushing it out.
Okay, Scott, if he has a 123, is he smarter than you?
Yes.
No.
But wait a second. You're smarter than me.
I'm smarter than you. The reason I said Jason and I are about the same. It's a test.
No, you've been going around telling everybody I'm the smartest on the staff.
And I also would like to point out that Will probably knew a lot of these questions.
Why?
We had talked about some of them on the wrap-up.
Oh, here we go. Here's the excuses.
Let's hear
boy.
Hey,
time for all the... Be a gracious loser if you do lose.
Yeah, John listens to that same wrap-up show.
Right.
Mr. Idiot.
Anything you'd like to say to me, Scott?
Higher than he should be, too.
Oh, shut up.
What?
What is it, Ralph?
I won both my bets.
All right, shut up.
Ed, I told you John's not that smart.
He's smarter than you.
Well, yeah, but he can retain a lot of information. I just can't retain a lot of information.
Oh, 121 is a nice score.
It's nice, but it's not. It's not what John thinks he is.
120 plus puts you in a different category.
Yeah.
One that you're not in.
Let's get our final results. Yes, Jeff the drunk.
I'm going to jump off the fucking bridge.
Why?
Eric the fucking midget beat me.
Eric the actor.
The midget.
Actor. We promised him we're not doing that. Stop it.
Actor.
I hung up on him, Eric the actor.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
All right.
The guy's completely irate. Eric, I liked how you came through on this one. Bobo's livid. What's going on over there?
Bobo's still shaking his head, yeah.
Bobo, so what?
I'm so bummed.
Now you're retired. Who cares how smart you are?
I think people at your level enjoy
kids,
life a lot more, Bobo.
That's right. You don't have to worry about that.
I look at him now and I see an overachiever.
Yeah, exactly. I see a guy who really made something out of his life.
You didn't see those.
Well, that I
obstacles in
did,
your
but
way.
on this part,
you have a brain the size of a pea, and you really fucking came out of it with
you
on
should
top.
feel very proud.
You have a family. You have a life. I mean, come on. You had a job.
Well, Dr. Sid did say this is a small spectrum, right? A small
of course.
area.
You're intelligent in other ways. Aren't you the guy who has a big shrine to me in his basement?
That's right.
Exactly. How many guys can put that together? All right.
All right. Well,
can we bring Scott in here?
That's a good
I want to rub my
idea.
balls on his head when I beat him.
Well, you feel confident that you beat him?
Well, I mean, geez.
Well, you might only be tied.
No, that's true.
Okay,
Could
come on.
be tied.
And I'm calling Eric the actor from now on. And I'm calling Bobo the mental midget. That's what do you think of that?
No.
You finally got a nickname, Bobo.
Yeah. No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You beat a lot of people. You beat Wendy.
Oh, geez. I'm in that company. I feel good.
All right, here we go.
Howard?
Yes.
Would the loser be willing to get teabagged? Are they that confident?
Yeah. No one wants to get teabagged. Come on, let's have some fun.
Stop it. Yeah.
All right, Will, let's go. Will Murray, it all comes down to you.
Yes.
The smartest guy out of this group, but are you the smartest out of everyone who's taken the IQ test so far? In other words, did you beat Scott the Pace?
And his 122.
Well, there's your name. It says Will Murray. I just haven't looked at the score yet. I'm going to take a peek. Let's see.
Take a little peek.
Wow.
What did you learn by that peek?
Now, let me ask Dr. Sid a question, who administered these tests. Dr. Sid.
Yes.
Anything over 122 would be considered very intelligent, right?
anything over 120 is considered superior, which you can say is very intelligent.
Yes.
Right.
And then once you break 129, you enter into the higher extreme, very superior range.
Ooh.
By the way, I'm looking at two very intelligent guys hitting each other in the nuts.
They don't act so intelligent.
One's a
like 5-year-olds.
One's a little smarter than the other.
Does any of this test their maturity level? Because they're punching each other right now. All right. Scott DePace, you have a 122, which is impressive.
You've been reigning over the staff as the smartest person.
Does anybody think that Will tested, let's say, into the next category, let's say 130?
Never. No.
No way?
I think he's in the mid. I bet he's a 125 is what I'm banking on.
I say 128.
If he gets into the 130s, is he a genius? Dr. Sid?
He is in the very superior range, which is only 99, really 98th percentile and above.
If he gets over 130, that is. Okay, let's find out.
So there's only 2% of the population.
All right. So he would be in a category
Smarter than
with
him.
only 2% of the population smarter than him.
Yeah.
All right. That would be impressive, Will.
Thank you.
But let's see if you
Scott would be in that 98%, by the way.
Right. Scott would be somewhat. If you win this, Will, and you score really high, you would almost make the pace look ordinary.
I mean, I kind of feel that way already, so.
Right.
Well, that's how I feel about John now. John was supposedly this great, big, high entity. Now he's just normal.
But who elevated John to that?
I got news for you, Scott. I'm still smarter than you.
Oh, no.
Came close, Johnny, but you did not beat him. All right, Will.
All right,
time to find out.
What are we going to do here?
Here we go. Will
Gonna
Murray.
Drag this out a little more?
My associate producer overcame many hardships in his life, was sick at a young age, almost lost his life.
Hold it. I got to ask a question.
Until I called him and saved his life. Yes.
How is Gary going to boss Will around?
Oh, I'll tell you what. Don't you think if Will scores over, let's say, over 130...
He should take the job.
Yeah, and Gary should be the associate producer.
But going off of your thinking that IQ test, because you won't take one, IQ doesn't mean success, I can deal with you better than Will can. I'm not smarter than Will, but I can deal with you better.
Maybe I wouldn't be able to relate to Will if he's that smart.
That's right.
But
Two idiots talking is fine.
Maybe
Right.
the title should be reversed.
All right.
And Gary will just be the liaison to Howard.
Maybe we should paint your glass so no one can see you.
Let's put it this way, Will. If you test really high, you can fire Gary, and let's be done.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Finally. All right, here we
Can
go.
I point out that Will can barely turn a computer on?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I can turn a damn computer on.
Barely.
This idiot.
Well, you know what? He has people like you to do that.
No, Will
Here we go. The guy, let's get the music going and let's find out. Enough discussion.
Yeah.
People have waited long enough.
Is above that.
Okay, here we go.
Well, one more question. You already know.
I now know.
But are there people here who think Will is in the very next category? He's not even close.
Fred, do you think Will is in the very next category?
Man, this is where he could be right on the bubble.
Do you think yes or no? Give me a yes or
Do you
no.
think he beat Scott DePace by a lot?
No.
Or is
What
he
would be a lot,
tied?
Robin?
Yeah, what's a lot?
I would say 8 points.
8 points. Do you
Oh,
think
no
he beat
way.
him?
5
no way?
points,
No
yes.
way.
All right, let's go around the room.
Okay.
Scott DePace, do you believe Will beat you by 8 points?
No.
John Hine, do you believe Will beat him by 8 points?
Yes, I do.
Steve, what do you? Come on, Steve. What do you think? Do you think?
I think it's going to be like 4 points.
Will the Farter, what do you think?
3.
Bobo, we don't care what you think at this time.
I would say 3 also.
can't think.
3 also? You think
So
Will
you
wins
know
by
it's
3
not 3.
points? All right, Robin, what do you think? Yes or no?
He's over. He's over.
Wow.
Coming in,
You're all wrong.
Scott DePace, you are still
That's a tie.
122.
a 122.
Mr. 122.
But the man now, who is the reigning smartest guy on the show, is Will Murray, coming in at 130.
No way.
130.
That is significant.
No way.
Get it.
Eat it.
That's significant.
That's what's
Oh
up.
my God.
Hey, all this time,
What
I've
an
been sitting next to a
underachiever
genius.
he is.
Beat you by 8 points.
8
Wow.
And you by 9, dummy.
I don't care. You care.
Wow.
Hey, I'm speechless. Like a true
What,
genius.
Bobo?
Answering phones.
I got him answering the phone. I got a guy with a 130 IQ answering the phone.
Thank God.
And he's happy about it. He loves it. What do you think of that?
I thought the whole test was retarded to begin with, and now it clearly says he's an intelligent person.
You don't know how many times he told me he said this test does not matter. It's stupid.
Well, you did.
Well, I guess it does matter.
Scott DePace, it was nice being the smartest guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Nah, it
So
kinda
I'll
is.
admit it. Will beat me. 130. That's impressive.
It's a resounding win.
You know what? Scott didn't even have that much to crow about because he was 1 point ahead of Gary.
Yeah, I got a lot more than you. Take the test.
This is bragging rights.
Nice.
Take the test, Robin.
Anything you'd like to say to me?
Bragging rights.
I just said it.
Said what?
Congratulations. That's great.
And I am what?
I can't do that.
Come on. You can say it.
No, I can't. I'm a better golfer than you are. I can't say it.
Will Murray, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
An impressive showing.
Jeez.
I would like to thank, first of all, Dr. David Sitt. I would also like to thank, I don't know the doctor's name who did Eric the actor.
Randy.
Randy. I would like to thank Randy. Eric, I'm really, Dr. Randy. Eric, I am very proud of you for participating and glad you did. And look
Thank
how well
you,
you
Eric.
did. Are you pleased, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I wish it could have been in the hundreds.
Right. Well, listen, think how Bobo feels. What is it, Bobo?
Do you have anything in the prize closet?
Sorry. What is that?
Do you have anything in the prize closet to take away this humiliation? I am
Bobo,
so
even a
bummed.
prize won't take away that humiliation. You might as well not
You
waste your
can't
time.
wash that away.
so
You can't
bummed.
wash that. You did fine. You'll be all right. Ganji, surprisingly absent, ran right out. Couldn't take it.
Well, I
He's
think-
directing for me.
He's
I
directing
think
for
the
you.
most bummed person is John Hine.
John Hines taking it hard. I see him over there. He wanted to win. He wanted to be certainly smarter than Scott DePace.
He's just average.
Of course I wanted to do the best, but
Right.
I've said, and Will will attest to this, I've said all along, I didn't think I did that well, and I thought Will would do great, and
Well,
he did.
thank you for taking the test. I thought it was a lot of fun. All you guys are very brave. Bobo,
They
Steve
are.
Grillo. Grillo, you got a little plug for yourself? You
Yeah,
wanna
I got. I made top shelf liquor T-shirts. Benji got them on.
All right.
At someguyt-shirt.com, and I'm working at Artichoke Pizza on
right.
14th Street.
Well, for a guy with your IQ, that's a very good job.
And also, I finished my my TV pilot. We're shopping it to networks right now.
All right.
Very good.
He's got his sizzle reel.
I got
And
a
Bobo
sizzle
did so
reel.
poorly that he believes your TV show's going to end up on the air.
Yeah, go on to www.empiresafetycouncil.com and you
All
can
right.
take my course down.
All right,
What?
Bobo. You can take his course.
Oh.
You know, who knows?
Yeah, but the T-shirts are available on that website. You can buy them there.
I understand.
We got it, Grillo.
Will the Farter, I'm going to ask you to hang around because you're going to delight us after the commercials with a beautiful holiday farting and queefing. Who did you bring with us to queef with you?
Vivian Von Queef.
Vivian Von Queef is with you, and you are going to do a holiday song for us next, and I'm excited. You're going to fart and do what you do, but you're a genius of that, and you have nothing to be
Forget
ashamed
that
of.
intelligent stuff.
That's right.
I'm
It's
still
not
bummed
for
about
you.
it.
You are bummed about it?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't be bummed. I mean, you've got that ability to fart. You're going to go far in this world. You were in the movie Jackass 3D. I mean, what have you have to complain about?
Yeah.
You got anything you want to plug?
Save your system.
Yeah, you don't sound too happy
Well,
about that.
I'll
Save your system.
plug
Are you
it
sure?
after that. Can
All
I-
right, plug it in.
I'll plug it
Yeah,
after.
you regroup and do what you're best at, and then get the plug in. That's the best time to give it. Scott DePace, what do you want to plug?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Plug his head.
Plug his head? Oh, you mean hair plugs? Oh, all right. Well, fair enough. Will, you're so smart. What are you thinking about right now? What intelligent thing are you thinking about?
My mind's blank.
Is it?
Like a true 130. No, I don't know, man. I don't know how realistic this
Only
test is,
2%
honestly.
of the world is smarter than
I
you.
don't believe that for a I honestly believe John is a smarter person than me. And Jason is on par. So I don't know what the test exactly
You're
measures.
gracious,
Enough of that
Sinner.
gracious
Absolutely.
stuff. Get out of here.
I'm being honest. I'm
Eric
being
the actor.
you're a dope, though.
Howard, can I tell you how many times I've been to a baseball game with this guy and he gets drunk and out of control? He acts like at 85.
That's because he has to blot out all that intelligence.
He's probably lost IQ
Right,
points, and he still beat you.
That's right. Also, Eric the actor, anything you want to plug?
No, not that I could think of plugging, but thank you for the money which will go towards Christmas shopping and fixing the laptop.
All right, very good.
What was the opportunity?
Oh, Gary will tell. Oh, can you tell him?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
WWE wanted him to be involved in one of the events.
So do you think it's still open?
I don't know. It was the event that Jeff was doing, and they had called the news department and asked about him being involved in that event.
Would you do me a favor and check for Eric the actor and see if that opportunity could be available in the future? Because you'd probably like that, right, Eric?
Yes, I definitely would.
All right, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Glad this worked out. Also, I want to thank the wonderful Dr. Sitt for conducting these tests. Dr. Sitt, of course, can be reached at drsitt.com. That's 2 T's on Sitt. And tune into his new radio show, The Sit Down, on WBMRadio.com. All of our...
BMB, sorry, Howard. WBMBradio.com.
Okay, and Dr. Sitt, as you point out, all the guys can be proud. They are in normal intelligence range.
Yes, they really were great. They came in with good attitudes, open attitudes. Except Will the farter, he left me with some.
He had a bad attitude.
Well, bad smells walking out. My office staff was not too happy as he walked.
He was blasting when he was in there.
Blasting. There was all. It was.
You farted during the exam?
I don't recall if I did.
Bobo, you're still in average range.
Average.
You were not retarded.
Yeah, well, like I said, I worked for 37 years. I'm retired, so I got that going. But,
there you go, pal. I mean, come on. Just take off the toupee and everyone will think you're a lot smarter.
Did you get your bathroom key, Dr. Sitt?
Oh, yes, that's a great.
I'll tell you how bad Bobo did. He took the bathroom key with him.
Oh, no. He locked it in?
Yeah, I put it in my pocket because, the doors lock automatically. I said, I don't want to leave the key in here for the guy. And
we understand that.
It makes sense.
We got the key. Thank you. It was a little dirty when you sent it back. But
All right. Very good.
Well, look at this really smart
you supported me.
guy.
That's what I like. I had the support, Robin. You got my back.
Absolutely. And you did fine. Not bad.
Robin, are you going to look at Will completely differently now?
I was the one who called it. Didn't you hear me?
You did.
Is he going to be 8 points higher than Scott is what I asked. And he was.
So you've been saying it all along?
I had this feeling that he was the smartest guy.
What gave that away? What were the indicators?
Maybe it's my superior 30 seconds, please.
Sounds like it's test time for you.
No.
30 seconds for live. Grillo.
What's that? Go in there.
You didn't beat Sal.
Wait, give me the T-shirt. No, I didn't beat Sal. I didn't beat Sal, but close. It's about what I thought I was going to do.
You edged out Eric the Midget and Bobo.
Yeah, I edged him out. But you can buy top shelf liquor T-shirts on someguyt-shirt.com. That's the smartest thing I've done in a long time. Check them out.
So does this kind of spoil your day and your appearance today? I know you still have to forge ahead and fart after this.
Yeah, it puts a damper to my whole fucking day, but I'll get over it. I feel like I should take the whole thing over.
Okay. You went into this thinking, that you'd taken an online test, 127. You're thinking you're in the 120 range.
Well, if you figure if the test is between like 180 is the top part, and people were getting 60s, for the, I was looking at that thing over there. I would honestly thought I was going to get between 115 and 125, because honestly, I don't even consider that super smart.
I'm breathing a little easier, but I'm very disappointed in my score.
Why? I mean, a 110 was right about where you wanted to be.
It was the bottom line where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be below that. So, yes, am I happy I hit my bottom line? But it's not the score that I was hoping for. I was hoping for, somewhere around like 118 is what I was hoping for.
Now, I know it's not, the 110 wasn't, like you said, exactly what you wanted, but you beat Sal, which was a huge part of it.
Huge part of it. Beating Grillo was a huge part of it. But still, 110, I'm under Ralph. And, as much as I love Ralph, I feel like I'm smarter than Ralph.
I'm a little bummed. Obviously, I wanted to do better. But when I came out of that test, I just knew I didn't kill it. But I didn't know what that meant on the scoring scale. After I talked to Will about it for a little while, I could tell he did really well. And I'm happy. I'm thrilled. I always said he's a bright guy. Am I disappointed in my score? Sure. I wish I had a higher one. Do I care about beating DePace? Not really. I mean, I still know I'm smarter than DePace. And ultimately, what I keep telling myself is, this is a test. That's what I got. If I took the test tomorrow, maybe I'd do better. Who knows? So, it's tough. It's definitely tough. But I'm glad it was Will who kicked ass.
First of all, I'd like to wish you the heartiest of congratulations. I had faith in you all along.
Appreciate that.
Would you like to take a little victory lap?
You talk to Scott, is what you're saying?
Basically, I was saying maybe make a stop in the Howard TV control room.
unless they're in the middle.
Genius coming through.
I cannot say that I'm smarter than Will. I would admit that. I cannot say.
So what would you
that.
say? So what would that mean?
We're
There's another
probably
way of
tied.
saying it.
We're probably of equal intelligence. You're
That's not
never
what
going
the
to get me
test
to say that. And I'm a fight. You say that I'm a better golfer than you are, and will always be.
And what?
Say that I'm a better golfer than you are.
I'm not saying it will always be. I'll say you're a better golfer than me right now.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
You're such an ass.
You know, I'm not a retarded. I'm not a genius. We all knew this. It's no fucking big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Bobo.
Bobo.
Hi, Bobo.
Don't even go there. No, not you.
Can you look right in my camera?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I'm really bummed, man. I'm really wrecked today. You know, I think I'll have to leave my neighborhood.
Really, it's that bad?
Yeah, because I got all fans around me. You know, they all know I'm coming. I tried to hide it, you know.
So this comes as a shock to you?
It does. I thought I would at least be better than 102, maybe 103. I didn't figure this at all.
Is this really going to crush your spirit for every time you call the show and every time you...
Yeah, I'm kind of wrecked now because now I'm in a new category. You know, I'm with the whack packers.
And this is inevitably going to come up every time.
Oh, absolutely.
You call in. You do know what inevitably means, right?
Yeah, in the stern world, you know, you're gonna beat up big time, you know.
Bobo, your sign, please. We're signing all the contestants. Look at the.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
God damn it!
Get out of here.
You still got some farting to do later, so fuck up, man. You still got a task at hand.
Absolutely.
Can you put this aside? Can you?
I can put it aside.
All right, man. Because you're known for farting, not for your intelligence. So don't let this get to you.
It's not going to get to me. But I'm sure that Howard will love this, and I'm sure this will redeem myself.
All right. Don't worry about that brain. Worry about that ass.
All right.
That bionic asshole of yours.
Bionic ass, yes.
Are you going to look at Will Murray in a different light now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Will's score is outrageous. I mean, 130 is huge. I mean, I kind of felt like John Hein was going to take it, and the minute John got a 121, I just couldn't believe it there. But Will's a smart kid. He's good. I'm glad. I'm happy that he's bright. He's still going to go nowhere in life though. But I'm glad he's smart.
I'm happy for Will. I'm happy for any of my friends when they do well, and I'm glad that people are going to realize how bright of a guy Will is, even though when you see him on a day-to-day, work, it may not shine through. But he's a great guy, and I'm really happy for him.
Very gracious both in victory and defeat.
Hey, what can I say? I act like I've been there before, and I have.
In all seriousness, how does this feel? I mean, this has to be
kind of weird.
Has to be an amazing.
I think I'm like I said before. I think I'm a reasonably intelligent person. I think I'm up there with John and Jason and Gary and Scott. I don't think I'm like heads and shoulders above those guys. I just don't. So maybe I just tested well this one time, and that's what it is. Because I think I fit in pretty well here, and I don't never feel like, oh, geez, I'm so above these people. Except fucking Baldy over there.
Well, I was going to say, you're not going to let them know that you're feeling like this. I mean, strut on, man. I'm going to follow you.
Strut on?
Go ahead. Strut. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Watch out for the genius.
Retard. Move it, loser.
Sir, can you help me?
It's not IQ, it's fuck you.
Why are you so pumped, man?
Cause Will Murray got a 130. What does that mean? Shit, he answers phones for a living. Does nothing. The guy's got the personality of a woodshed. He's a 130. Look at me. I'm here with Richard Christie. Bouncing balls on each other's faces.
You fucking asshole retard piece of shit.
That was a very smart thing to do. See? Would a man of 130 do that? Now I'm going to sue this cocksucker and make a fortune.
Well, you're picking on a retard.
Yeah, well, here's one to give her IQ right here. Suck it. Get it in deep. Sound like Yucko.
So you're excited about the results today?
Yes. I won all the bets. I won 3 bets. Will's got a 130. Gary's as smart as Baba Booey.
John Hein is as smart as
Let me do it again. Rewind.
What IQ?
Yes, I got it. Yes, I won all 3 bets. John Hein is as smart as Baba Booey. Is that something to be proud of? Are you kidding me? IQ, fuck you. Fuck you with your IQ. Fuck you, IQ. Fuck you, IQ.
For Christ's sake. All right, what is that? What, Baba Booey on Letterman?
There was a mention of Baba Booey on the Letterman show last night.
What page is that on?
JD1, very first clip.
JD1. Good morning, everybody. JD1. We're right into the show already. I've been in here doing the show for a half hour. Let's see. JD1, Baba Booey mentioned.
Category tonight, top 10 signs President Bush has too much time on his hands. Earlier tonight on Deal or No Deal, President Bush made an appearance to wish a contestant good luck.
Now that is nuts.
So we have now indications that maybe, it's at the end of his second term, maybe he's got too much time on his hands.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, here we go, number 10. Spends most of the day looking for friends on Facebook. Really? Number 9, stops by Cheney's office every 5 minutes to see if he's still alive. Number 8. Calls leaders of foreign countries yelling, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Listen to the Howard Stern Show exclusively on Sirius Satellite Radio. Number 7.
Wow, good fucking plug.
Yeah.
Letterman, way to go. We like that. Baba Booey, listen to Sirius. That's my man.
Nice.
I should ask Letterman if he wants to do a little show on our channel, like once in a while, but I doubt it. I think he's all burnt out.
Yeah, does he want to do anything? I don't think he wants to breathe.
Wouldn't it be fun, though, if he just, like, answered some phone calls and just, no pressure. I mean, just, go on and say, hey, man, what's happening, and talk to people.
Yeah, he's a real people person. Sounds like he wants to talk to people.
You don't think he wants to reach out? You don't think he wants to reach out to the public?
Whenever he talks to people, like in those segments, he's just so insanely witty. It's funny to hear him deal with people, but by now he's probably...
entertaining, then. He doesn't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
All right, that would be too much work.
But I know for a fact the writers over there are just huge fans of the show as well,
I got a story to tell you. I mean, it's not a big deal story, but, I was so mad at Ralph yesterday.
Why?
Well, first of all, this goes to the wrap-up show here. Wait, I'll play you some clips from the wrap-up show. Let's see. Gary, page 2. I know they went through the whole Artie thing on the wrap-up show yesterday again with Artie and got a little deeper into it. And then I realized that because we didn't replay the show the rest of the day, a lot of the audience didn't even know what happened with Artie.
Right.
So I realized that maybe yesterday I should have replayed some clips so people knew what was happening. But fuck that. I mean, Saturday...
Although, I don't know. I mean, there was also a lot of news reports and things like that.
Yeah, but no one really heard, only a certain amount of people heard it at that time. They're used to the replay, so no one really got that replay info. But anyway, so, on Saturday we're going to replay that for anybody who missed it. And then I guess Howard TV already has it on.
Oh,
yeah?
Yeah. I heard the replay of the West Coast feed. A kid got on and said, all right, we just heard it out on the West Coast. He had the tone like 9/11. We just saw it out on the West Coast. And...
Here's what's happening.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, let me play you those clips. So Ralph calls in. I don't have to play the clip. But Ralph calls into the wrap-up show and is annoyed because he feels that enough with Artie, let's get on the show. Artie should just be funny on the show. Enough with Artie sleeping, enough with Artie's eating, enough with Artie melting down, enough with this and that.
That's how I'm being funny, sleeping. It's the greatest bit I ever thought of.
He wrote that. So anyway, and then it comes out on the air that I guess Ralph had been drinking or something. But anyway, I didn't even hear that. But, I've changed the schedule around. We have a meeting every week, so I changed that to Tuesday. Today's our staff meeting. And
Ralph was giddy yesterday. Like, he was very talkative, like when you're a little, feeling good.
Yeah, calling in a lot.
And even you said, what did he call, 18 times in a couple of hours?
Yeah, so anyway.
And also, it was the first day back. after all that. I mean, you know, shit, we had to discuss it on some level.
Yeah, here's Ralph on the wrap-up show.
Apparently, with the 20th phone call of the day, someone didn't like the wrap-up show so far today. Hi, Ralph.
Well, here, I have some notes, but first of all...
Notes.
What
do you need notes for?
First of all, like, you're just talking to Artie, but, like, people want to forget about me, you know. Forget about me.
I would have hung up right then and there. Forget about me. Okay.
Then goodbye.
Taking my phone call, but people want to talk to Artie. They don't want to hear you, like, just, I don't know.
But you have to establish what happened.
I called in. Nobody would tell me what happened.
Because we think that you're a goofball for expecting us to give you a full report on the show because you're too...
Oh, but you will at 11 o'clock.
Ralph, you can't get up at 6 o'clock in the morning on the most important day maybe in the history of the show.
Ralph, what are you so charged up about today?
What do you
20 calls? That's a lot even for you.
You know, I'm still drunk from last night. I was out all night.
Is that what it is?
So wait, so I have a couple things. So let me, you guys can comment on any of these things.
Thank you.
May
we? That's sweet of you.
Okay, so here we go. Are we done with the Artie show? I mean, could he just, like, could he leave or stay and just be done with it? I mean, what's all sleeping, eating? You know, just be funny. Just stop with the bullshit, you know?
You are so drunk, Ralph.
And the last thing
now
is...
that you said it, I can totally hear it.
I hear it in his voice, too.
No,
Me too.
And the last thing is, does Artie understand, I didn't hear it at 6 o'clock hour, does Artie understand that Teddy is just lame and, you know, he shouldn't even be trying to work with him?
Ralph, how much did you drink last night?
Everybody's getting hit.
What did you drink?
No, I'm fine.
No, you're not.
Oh, please. Please stop it.
What did you have to drink last night?
Vodka.
And what did
Grey Goose.
When did you stop?
I don't really know.
So anyway, Ralph's big job for me really is he comes to my apartment for an hour, but I can only stomach about 45 minutes when he's there. So I have about 45 minutes with him where he brings over some clothes that I'm supposed to wear for the week on TV. I try them on to see that they fit. And once they fit, he hangs them up on a hanger. And then he leaves, which is all of an hour.
What a job.
What a job, right? and evidently pays him enough that he can have an apartment and hang out
Sleep all day.
Yeah.
I thought I had an easy job.
But you have a difficult job compared to him.
Yeah, you did. You went into the wrong line.
So, anyway, so I said to Ralph, we made a plan about 2 weeks ago where I'm changing my schedule around. I have my meeting today with the staff, and I'm going to meet with Ralph on Mondays at 3:15. That's the time.
Oh.
Okay? 3:15, and at 4 o'clock I will be done with him. That's it. So yesterday I'm running around like a nut. It's our first day back. I had a million appointments, and I was just crazed. I had a whole bunch of things to take care of. And I make sure I'm back at my apartment at 3:15. I sit down at my desk, and I'm there at about 3 o'clock because I like to be early and prompt. And I figured he's going to want to get into my apartment at least 15 minutes early to set up, as he puts it. What he's setting up, I don't know. So he showed...
He has a whole artistic display of these clothes.
Right.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the setup.
So I'm sitting at my desk, and it's now 3:15.
He brings in mannequins and everything.
It's now 3:15, and I realize there's no Ralph. And I said to myself, you know what? I probably made a mistake. I think maybe I told him 3:30. I'm now doubting myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3:30 rolls by. Then I remember the exact time I looked at the clock, and it was 3:36, 3:43, and I went, this stupid shithead is late.
Standing you up.
Yeah. He has to be here for 45 minutes.
One day a week.
One day a week.
3:15 calls.
And now, this is the guy calls in and tells Gary and John how to do the wrap-up.
Yeah.
Knows how to
He's
do
got
everything.
notes.
Knows how to do everything. So I'm sitting there and I go, you know how many fucking phone calls I've got backed up, and I'm waiting for this guy.
And you don't dare start something for the fact that he might pop in at any second.
Bingo. There you go. So now it's like, I don't know, 10 to 4. And I go, shit, I've got to call this guy. In fact, Beth's in Los Angeles. And she was calling me, and we had a thing set up to speak to someone on a conference call. I said, fuck it. This guy's not showing up. I call Ralph first, and I go, dude, where are you? I'm talking into his machine.
Oh, so you got the voicemail.
I got the voicemail. Okay. All right. So if 10 of 4 shows up, I go, fuck this. I get on the phone call with Beth and this guy. 5 minutes later, I hear at my door, I hear ringing on my phone. That means the doorman downstairs is telling me Ralph's here. I know it. It's a line they call on. I can't pick up at this point, and I'm letting it ring. I don't give a shit. Let him go home.
Or sit there.
And Ralph and I have a discussion every week. I go, Ralph, I've okayed it that the doorman give you a key. Let yourself in, because I'm usually in the middle of something. I can't get up to answer. This is going on in the middle of a conference call.
Oh, that is annoying.
All right. So now I'm like sitting there going, I can't pick up the phone. The fucking asshole knows that he's supposed to get a key from the doorman and let himself in so he doesn't bother me. But this is going on now for 10 minutes. Finally I go, motherfucker. This is now I'm cursing. I go, I got to pick up this phone. It's that idiot Ralph. I put everyone on hold, which is like with a conference call, you got to put everyone on call. I pick up the phone stops ringing. Right, I missed it. Okay, all right. I get back
That sound effect almost made me want to kill somebody.
Right. Now I'm back on the phone again. And I'm talking. And I go, well, that asshole will get a key from the doorman. At least he knows that. Well, I start talking again. Now it's 4 o'clock. And I hear, it's my front doorbell. He didn't get a key.
He's
fucking retarded.
the bell.
He's a retard. So I yell out. Now I'm on a conference call. I yell out while everyone is listening on the conference call. I go, yeah, this is going on. I go, go home. Get the fuck out. Go home. I told you to get a key, you shit. This is what I'm yelling. Now, and people think I'm insane. And people think I'm a horrible person.
Does the person you're on this conference call with know you?
Oh, yeah. But barely kind of thing, you know. So, doesn't know me this way. He knows me. I'm talking business. Like money stuff, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, people must think I'm a horrible human being. The doorbell rings and I go, go home. Fuck you.
You're like Howard Hughes. I can't open the door.
Yeah, right. But I'm so fucking pissed. Now he can't. I'm yelling this, and he can't hear me through the door, so he keeps buzzing. I go, excuse me, I gotta go get the door. I get off this fucking call now. Now the phone is on the floor because I throw it. Wow. I open up the door, and there's douchebag. And I go, you're late, you're useless. Why do you bother me? I'm on a call. Aren't you supposed to have a fucking key? Oh, sorry. And then he just disappears into my closet. I get back on the phone. I start to finish my conversation. And, and that shithead's flitting around.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I'm totally aggravated because I'm talking about something private, and I have no, doors.
Right there.
There's no walls in my office and all that. I'm changing that. I'm doing a renovation so I can have a wall just so Ralph can't hear me on the phone.
You're building an anti-Ralph room.
I'm building an anti-Ralph room.
And Ralph feels he's totally entitled to hear whatever you're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
I can hear that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
family.
Yeah, it's full.
If I hear something I'm not supposed to hear, I'll zone out.
Yeah. Bless you.
Excuse me, it's the end of this cold I got. So anyway, now I'm aggravated. I get off the phone eventually.
Shithead's flitting around in the line of the day.
I get back. I go back to see this maniac, and I go, what is your problem? What's going on? He goes, I called you 3 times to tell you I'd be late. I go, listen, Ralph, I didn't receive one message from you. There's nothing on my machine that indicates you get. Oh, I couldn't get through. Now you know my service.
Right. There's no busy signal.
Through. There's no busy signal. You can leave a message anytime. So then I start working with him. I go, all right, you're here now. I got 10 minutes because I was going out to dinner with my cousin. Mm-hmm. My cousin Richie and Julie, the 𝗵𝗃 sponsor, who send their regards.
Hello.
Yeah. So now I'm crazed because I got to get this stuff done with him. And, my cousins are coming for dinner. And I said to him, okay, let's get started. He goes, oh. I go, what is going on now? Mind you, it's 45 minutes all he's got to get through. Oh. I go, what's the matter? He goes, that's what I was trying to call you about. I had to turn around and go home because my stomach hurt so much. I don't know how anyone tolerates antibiotics. I go, what happened? He goes, I went to the dentist. They had to put me on antibiotics. I can't tolerate them, and I'm having diarrhea. So,
Thanks for sharing.
Right. So I go, now I'm thinking in my apartment, and I'm like, I know he's shit in my apartment, that motherfucker. And I'm like, this is 45 minutes. There's shitting. There's everything that goes down in my apartment. It's like a dog pissing somewhere to mark his territory. So I go, Ralph, didn't I hear on the wrap-up show you were drinking all night? He goes, what? I go, you're complaining about tolerating antibiotics. You're drinking all night. Don't you think that might have something to do with your diarrhea and your stomach? No. I'm eating yogurt. I go, what the fuck? Now we start working. I start trying on these clothes you bought.
That's working for him.
Yeah, right. That's working. Okay, that's his job.
We're heavy into work now.
Yeah, that's his work. And he goes, and the whole time he's going, oh. I go, what is going on? He goes, my stomach. And I'm like, you drank all night. That's what you did all
It's like
night.
a billboard on antibiotics. Do not drink alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Jesus.
And he goes, no. Which means he probably, who knows, maybe he was doing coke, and he's who knows.
I mean, it's like, I'm certainly not together, but wouldn't you say, I mean,
really?
but I mean, I do, I've had a job ever since I was 14 years old,
right,
I mean.
There's always some way of earning a living.
And Ralph has been avoiding one since then.
Yeah, I mean, it's honest, like, I used to think you guys exaggerate about stuff on the show, but it's, like, all true, like, Ralph could not function in a normal life. I mean, he really could. I mean, I feel bad for him almost.
He could not function.
Tortured.
He can't function.
Ralph is mental.
And he even says to me, I can't believe I can't function. He just can't function. The guy's talented. He's got a talent.
Right.
He just literally cannot work. He's scatterbrained and all over the place, and I give him this job. And he can't beat. I mean,
you gave him the job
Artie,
that he needed.
3:15 to 4 o'clock. I need you 1 day a week. That's it. Then you're done.
Oh God. That's it really is a start. I mean, like, that's the lottery for a guy like him.
Yeah.
You're going like, I can't.
You're giving him. He can get to Los Angeles when he wants to.
Yeah.
He can get anywhere he really wants to.
Right. And the thing is, with a guy like Ralph, instead of maybe having some compassion for people around him having to deal with that, if he senses that you're frustrated by that behavior, he gets mad at you.
Yeah.
Like he lashes out, like, what are you?
But the other thing is that attitude that he can call up and tell other people how to do a job.
Yeah, that's my point.
Gary always gets incensed when Ralph tries to tell him what to do.
He can't do the dumb job I give him, but he knows how everyone else should do a job. It's amazing.
Gary, you should have.
Oh, too much. Josh, you're on the air. Go ahead. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we say good morning to you. Oh, boy. All right, Josh, come on. You can pull it together.
Paperwork today.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy.
Or Ralph, there's no way I can run around.
Hello, you.
Paperwork to the kids.
All right, I'm going to give up on Josh.
What is that guy doing? Hello, you.
I'm going to go to Jason. Jason, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I just finished watching the Artie Teddy special on Howard TV, and I got to tell you, I was really disturbed, man. Like, really disturbed.
Me too.
Oh, man.
Who wasn't?
And I think the most telling thing, though, what I found most disturbing was there was a part early on where Artie was really mad at Teddy, and he used the word faggot again, but not in comedy, out of anger, and he hurled it at Teddy. I felt so horrible. I felt like, because I love George Takei, so I was like, I was cringing. There was something really evil about that whole incident. I almost wish I hadn't watched it.
This is what aggravates me about it. How does me calling Teddy a faggot make George Takei's life worse? I don't get because how is it related to
the thought process would be that by calling people faggots.
Yeah.
I mean, here you have this wonderful relationship with George, and you know how much the word hurts him.
Well, listen,
that by using the word, you're instructing others to use it.
All right, well,
that's
you're keeping it alive.
A lot of hurtful words are tossed around on this show, and I'm the brunt of a lot of them.
Saying that's the worst form of person, like anybody.
No.
Worst person.
It's something that, listen, man, it's something that straight guys have been doing forever to insult their friends. Maybe I grew up with Neanderthals, but that's I mean,
right,
when
so
we get mad, we call people,
the point is,
you fag, you know.
You're using the word as an insult, and he's saying it hurts George in the sense that, like, what's the worst insult you can think of is calling someone a faggot?
No, that's not true.
And then
I think,
George goes, well, wait, I'm a faggot.
I think a dirty Jap.
Oh, dirty Jap would be worse. All right, so anyway, yes, now I think, in a way, Artie and Robin and Fred and even Benji, I'm glad that the Artie episode is airing on Howard TV because I was so heavily criticized by everyone, as Artie knows, for not putting that on radio and TV. But you can see how severe the situation was when you see it. So that's why I held off. So I could speak to Artie and see that he was okay.
And I appreciate that.
Right.
I just want to reiterate that. I definitely appreciate it.
No, I know that. But I'm trying to explain to the audience that when you see the tape, it was no laughing matter. This was no, con job.
One other thing, just sort of in my defense with that whole, like, the faggot word and all this shit, is like, I really feel I judge everyone as an individual. Like, I've through this show, I've developed a friendship with George and Brad. In L.A., we hung out. They're like the sweetest people. I love them, you know. Right. And I would, as a matter of fact, I would feel upset if they were sick. I'd help them. I'd do favors for them like a friend. But like a guy like High Pitch Mike, he's being an asshole to me, so I'm being an asshole to him. That's how I feel about it. And not that he's gay, but.
Maybe there's a way for you to be an asshole to him without insulting gay
Taking
people.
a whole group of people down.
Guys, I mean, where am I? On The View?
No, that's what they're saying.
Yeah, but everyone uses that word here. You want me to pull tape of you using it for the last 30 years?
If you want to use that word, it's okay with me. I don't think you should change your way of speech.
But how come no one's giving you shit for it?
Because else? I don't use that word.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I mean, maybe in the past I did, but not anymore.
In the past, I had Jason pull stuff in case I got into this argument.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like,
no, I've used. I'm not saying I haven't used that word.
I mean, it's not every other word out of my mouth.
In my family, the word fagula was constantly used.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I'm a comedian, and I use a lot of bad words in my comedy.
But in that episode, it didn't. What I'm saying is, because I heard you say, yeah, I'm using it for comedy.
Listen, I fully admit that I use that word constantly.
Like hurling it like.
All right, Artie says he uses it and has no problem.
Are you gay, sir? Are you gay?
No, I'm totally not. But
Artie believes you're gay.
Oh no, I'm not.
Are you gay? Are you faggot?
No, I'm not.
What about the Iron Sheik? No one's giving him shit.
I love the Iron Sheik.
You are faggot. This guy loves the Iron Sheik. You're gay.
I had enough of
faggot.
Do what you want. Do what you feel is right.
I'm going to do whatever I want.
All right.
You're a piece of shit.
I love that.
Faggot. Artie's going to do what Artie's going to do.
Right. That's what I've learned.
Fuck you.
Lee, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Howard. You were a handsome, virile man. Hey,
I'm so not. The most disturbing thing in the Artie video to me is when I'm standing up and the camera's on me and I'm looking at myself and I go, I look like some sort of ostrich.
That's the most disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even care about the rest of that shit. I'm just looking at myself going, I can't believe I'm standing there. I'm wearing my regular glasses. I'm hunched over. I look like olive oil with a 5 o'clock shadow. I mean, you want to know why I really held back the Artie episode? Now I'm going to come clean.
It's because of the way you look.
I look. I could care less about it. I tell you, I can't believe what I look like. And, I do so much with the weight. I try to keep my weight down. I work out. And it's all ruined by my face. I mean, there's no point.
At least you're skinny, man. There's nothing like being fat.
Being skinny's great, but you know what? What's the point if your face ruins it? You know what I mean?
I think you've developed a look that's fine. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you have. I haven't.
You're still looking for your look.
I have to get thin.
You're really fucked up, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Drugs and all this other stuff.
Because you don't know. He's got to tell you.
You don't think you're good looking. There isn't a time that when Beth sees you on an appearance, she goes, God, he's such a good looking guy.
Well,
why did he? No, I'm telling you. She calls out everyone who's ugly.
Yeah.
She goes, Artie's such a good-looking guy. Why? I said, Artie doesn't see that he's good-looking. He thinks he's ugly even when he's thin.
Right.
He really is Marty.
No.
Yeah, and he's a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at, and then I realized she's right. I'm looking at pictures of Artie when he was thin, And I'm going, you know, he is kind of handsome.
Absolutely. I told you, I went on the website, and you could cry. For what Artie has done to himself.
Yeah, but I said Artie doesn't mind being fat because he thinks he's ugly anyway. See?
Yeah, it's almost like...
Why bother? Huh?
Right.
And it's a very weird sort of mindset I get as a comedian where... It's the @𝗧𝗵𝗲 effect. Like, if you get in good shape or you're good looking, you feel you lose your funniness.
Right,
and,
yeah, I know that's going on with you, but you wouldn't lose it.
But you're right. If I could get to the weight I was a couple of years ago, I'd be all right. You know, I think my hair, God might have given me a break. I might have stopped. It might be just the top.
Well, your hair is actually looking full, yeah.
The front is holding up, but the top is a disaster.
Yeah, the back, you got a little bald spot, but at least you got hair in the front. My brother-in-law's got that kind of balding, and he never lost his hair in the front.
Really?
He just has a little bit of a yarmulke thing going in the back.
At age 40, maybe I got a pass here. Maybe I'm because...
I mean, if you made it to 40 and you have that much hair, consider yourself blessed.
Yeah,
so
no,
now
because bald would be...
you know you're not losing your hair, would you lose some weight?
Let's say you're losing your hair, okay? And let's say you've got 3 more years of hair left. Here's the way I would look at it, in a very realistic sense.
Probably 3 more years of life left.
Right. I would get really thin, hook up with a great chick.
Right.
And then when you go bald, it won't be so bad. You'll already be hooked up.
Right. Well,
now's your time. You got your window.
Yeah.
God gave you the 40.
Use what you've got.
If I'm 65 and bald, I'm not going to give a shit about anything.
Right. So God gave you hair to 40.
Yeah.
That means you should have found the mate already.
I found the couple, but I can't keep them.
I could if you lost weight.
I can't keep them.
They're afraid of you because they're afraid you'll go on.
You keep doing things to run them away.
Yeah,
no,
they're afraid you won't be a good dad because you'll be on heroin and you'll be eating and you'll be drinking. You know,
what would make them think that?
Women want a guy who's going to... They're always after the guy who's going to be a great dad.
Right.
You know? Like
I think I would, but I guess I would. I don't know. I really think I would.
Well, what indication do they have, though, Artie?
None.
I'm watching The Bachelor, right? And this chick's on a date with The Bachelor.
Oh, is
The
it
Bachelor? Yeah, no, not last night, but The Bachelor, this is the last episode. And The Bachelor is...
He hasn't seen last night yet.
The Bachelor's with this chick, and he's being patient with her. He's teaching her how to ski.
Right.
And she goes like this, "Oh, my God, Matt is so patient. He's going to be a great dad." Now, I mean, it's like, that's what chicks think about. He's being patient because he wants pussy.
Right.
He's going to be a great dad.
And that's what they don't realize.
Yeah, right. He's being patient because he's hot. He's hot for fucking pussy. I'm patient as hell when it comes to pussy.
Oh, my God, I can attest to that.
Right? You know I'll sit there and listen to a girl all night long.
We can wait it out.
I don't know what you'll listen to, Artie, but the inane prattle he can sit through.
Oh, of course.
Like,
I could go to the Four Corners offense and just pass it around.
Robin would go to strip clubs with me and listen to my conversation with the strippers, and I'm into their lives and that because I'm like, yeah, I'll make them like me.
It wasn't even strip clubs. It was the Channel 9 show when we'd have those Snapple girls.
We are all guilty of it.
When do I ever talk to people, unless they're girls?
And these, you know, like when the guys are in here, the moment they stop being interesting, Howard goes to the next subject.
Yeah.
These girls could drone on about nail polish.
Well, that's a guy. I mean,
and he'd be hanging on their every word.
One conversation.
And interested.
Oh, he knew exactly what they were saying. He'd ask pertinent questions.
One conversation. You know, there's certain parts of your life that you really wish, like, somehow, like, there was a power out there that taped your life and you could pick. One conversation I would love to hear back is about 10 years ago. I went to a strip club in L.A., and I was on, like, Mad TV or something, and the manager of the place, trying to be like Lonnie and help me out, said, "Oh, that guy's on TV. He's on a comedy show." And a stripper who's about, 35-ish, had some mileage on her, big fake tits. She goes, "So you're a comedian?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm on a TV show." She goes, "I wrote a spec script for Everyone Loves Raymond." Do you know Ray Romano? She wrote a spec script. That's L.A. That's like a spec script. I don't even know what the fuck a spec script was. And
the strippers do that.
I said, yeah, sure. I mean, at that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he'd love it. I met Ray Romano once. I did a gig with him. Like, yeah, I'm good friends with him, and nothing happened, of course.
Yeah, well, when I was in college, there was a lot of people want to go to Hollywood and be writers.
Sure.
And all these girls I knew were writing spec scripts. And spec scripts mean you sit at home, you write an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. Rather than to try to write a new sitcom, you submit a whole episode and you show off how well you write. And everyone I know, I was thinking what it must be like at the studio, like for Jerry Seinfeld or Ray Romano. They must get 9 million spec scripts a day, and they're all probably horrible. And they get them, and then maybe some of them touch on a theme that they're writing about, and then they get sued because you stole my idea. I mean, it's a night fucking
Well, the
man.
best to me was Grillo writing for The Simpsons.
Yeah, remember that script? I remember we had him read it on the air.
Oh, that's the best.
Grillo wrote a spec script for The Simpsons and then read it on the air.
And The Simpsons is, you know, Sam Simon, who went to Stanford running the room, and everybody else is from the Harvard Lampoon.
So then Homer says to the wife, wife. He says, who's that?
Marge.
Mrs. Simpson. I love you. So then.
And then he goes, duh.
Then he says to the Bard, because Bard it's really more about Bard
Although Maggie sometimes comes in and she steals the show.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember him reading that.
We got through a page.
I love Gorilla shit. I love when you guys fuck on Gorilla.
I do too. I love the Gorilla stuff. But Artie, the only way you're going to lose that kind of weight is if you get the AIDS, you faggot.
Oh, all right, thank you.
See, this guy's a comedian.
He's kidding. He's kidding. All right, thank you. Let's go to CJ. CJ, you're on the air.
Morning, Howard. What's going on, dude?
Morning.
I was just commenting earlier about how much of a loser Ralph is, and shit, I want to see if you're hiring, dude. Damn. I bust my ass every morning, wake up early, and make shit for money. I'll come over there and hang out with you one day a week. What the fuck?
You don't sound like a stylist, though.
I can be. Shit.
He'll learn the business.
And my sister, who's in fashion, says she always thinks you look good on TV. So I guess Ralph doesn't know what he's doing, because my sister says that, you know, he's got an eye for that. But she also says, being in the fashion business, my sister works like 1,000 hours a week. It's like, he's a stylist for an A-list celebrity. That is like something that everybody in my office, like, that's the lottery. That's the fucking lottery, because it's, you know, connections, and you're dressing someone who the world sees. And Ralph takes it for granted, I guess. I don't know.
You know what it is? Ralph understands the way I like to dress.
Yeah.
So I'm in a groove with him. He gets the stuff. He knows what I like. He knows the kind of stuff I enjoy.
Right.
A lot of people have privately said to me, I could be dressing a lot better.
Oh, really?
But I don't feel that's true.
You are comfortable. That's the most important thing. You're comfortable in what he puts you in.
You know what look my sister absolutely loves with you is the tux you wear without the tie. You know, when you go out with the tux, like what you were wearing maybe at the film festival or something.
Right.
She thinks that's like a perfect look for you.
Yeah,
and it does. You look
He's
smooth in it.
He understands what I want, and it's fine. But just show up 45 minutes. Show up on time and leave.
Why be irritating when that's all you have to do?
Yeah. Bobo, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing there, Howard?
Hey, Bobo.
What's up? Hey, Artie, welcome back, man.
Thanks, Bobo. Thanks.
I mean, technically, Artie never really left except for about an hour and a half.
Well, yeah, he quit on vacation and then came back.
He quit and essentially missed the Jason Reitman interview and then missed the news.
Yeah.
Did you ask Jason Reitman, by the way, about the Kate Hudson thing? Because I heard that.
Yeah, we did.
He said
he didn't know anything about it.
Was she like, it's so funny how people yap on the set. Like, she was there, and he was there, and they're like, yeah, I heard
it
this
never
fucking...
happened. He said he wishes he never...
But the thing, I didn't hear it. I heard through the grapevine that it was a situation where she was like, she didn't pay it. I don't know if they knew each other somehow, but she almost blew him off.
Yeah, he said there was no contact between him and Kate Hudson. Bobo, go ahead. What do you have to say?
Yeah, listen, I was watching Howard TV, as I always do every night, and I was watching the dance-off. Artie had some moves there with Lisa G. She looks pretty hot.
Yeah, Artie can move.
By the way, that was, I guess, everything was going great. That was the same day that Artie quit.
Yeah. The top up and everything, you see her belly button. She looks pretty good.
Lisa G's in great shape.
You know, I was noticing. I kind of thought when Lisa G was dancing, I saw her in a different light.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Human?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look at her that way, you know what I mean? She's the newswoman and all that. I don't look at her that way, but like, she was dancing there, you know, her butt looked good, and I was like,
grinding into Artie. You see that, Howard?
Yeah, and she had some good moves.
Yeah.
She busted a move, and
she's cool, Lisa. She's got a good sense of humor. She takes the heat out there, and she can roll with it. So.
Well, anyway, we like Lisa.
Hey, Artie, I got to ask you something. If you ever lose your head to the point like I did, would you ever get a system like I did?
No.
I don't think so, Bo. You know, no.
System.
Bobo, you know,
System does not belong on your head.
I like Bobo calls his hairpiece system.
There's no system for your head.
You know what, Bobo? That might be my favorite new piece of information.
Bobo, you know.
Bobo, how do you call it a system? Like, what is the system?
It's weaved into the hair and bonded, but it's good. I'm telling you, I have I go long hair in the back. I have a ponytail now.
Oh.
It's long. Yeah, Jason's seen it. He took pictures of me.
I think system equals horrible fake hair.
No, I'm telling you.
Makes you look stupid is what the system
You know what, Bobo? Most people who have a system, as you put it, don't realize that it's very obvious.
You know what? They might as well put the word system on there.
Yeah, Bobo, you know what it is, man? I do. I like you a lot, too, man. You're a good guy, but I don't think I would do that because every person... And I actually know a couple of celebrities who spent a good amount of money on it.
On their systems?
Yeah, their systems. It's just never, I don't know, it doesn't do it, man. To me, it screams loser.
Although I know a guy, you would never, like, he has a system.
His system works?
His system kind of works for him, yeah.
Well, there have been stars whose systems have been very good. Burt Reynolds for a while had a great system.
Really? I don't remember those days.
Oh, yes. You didn't even know he was having a system at that time.
I don't remember a time when I didn't know Burt Reynolds had a system.
There was a time.
I'm a perfect candidate for hair plugs or whatever you call them, because I don't have it in the front.
Right.
If they just darken this area and from a distance you wouldn't
know what
look
was
like I got a full head of hair. But in the front, man, when you're looking at somebody...
And to me, it would be weird if, like, that's what you focused on. Like, you needed, like instead of spending time in the gym, you went to get your system worked on, you know, and you're letting your weight balloon up.
Next, 3-6.
Really? Can't we just ask him that in one of those debates?
Well, look at what the Reverend Bird has to say.
His name is so close to Osama till I have a feeling that he might be Islamic.
Is he the Reverend?
He's the minister of the church.
In fact, made me think of Richard's father. I think I got a new Richard's father phone call.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
Rich, this is your dad. Something funny happened today I just want to tell you about. I got all our hens shut up in the chicken house and got rooster on the outside. Today, over there, hens were inside. He was over up against the wire in the chicken house masturbating. Boy, he was really going at it. Crazy rooster, I guess. We've been mushroom morale hunting. Find a lot of them good eating. Having some good eating on them mushrooms. We'll talk to you later, bub. Bye.
It's a crazy scene over on that farm. Like, they eat mushrooms and then they...
Watching the rooster masturbate.
And then they eat the rooster afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, they love the rooster and he's a pet kind of, but then they eat him.
Rooster jerking off.
Now I'm going to chop his head off and eat him.
Crazy rooster.
Rooster's masturbating.
Such a great scene of country living.
This is really the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, it's rural living, man.
I didn't know about
a TV show about them.
I didn't know about a red carpet.
Son, I needed to call you right away. Tell you the rooster was masturbating. I think it's sweet, though, you know. His father calls him.
It's very sweet. Bub?
Bub. See you later, Bub.
Where does sweet become embarrassing, though?
It's sweet. You know what's sweet about it? The father wants to be connected to the son. He just calls him and gives him an update.
And he shares even the most mundane things with him.
They have a great relationship. They do, it seems, yeah.
Richard, this is your father. The rooster just done raped your sister. I had a call.
That crazy rooster?
Crazy rooster was rubbing up against the fence, got fed up, and fucked your sister.
Had to tell you.
Had to tell you. Sick, talk to you later, bub.
Talk to you later.
Wish my old man would call me and tell me something about a rooster.
Anything.
Yeah, anything. I just got my cock caught in the zipper. This is your father. I wanted to tell you. My father doesn't want to tell me anything. My father doesn't want to share any aspect of his life with me.
None.
Nothing.
Even stuff that relates to you, I mean, like...
Nothing.
Does he ever...
He sent me a letter whenever he's an article in the paper about me. He sends that.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
There you go.
That's all he thinks you're interested in.
That's all I'm interested in. What good is it? He's famous, that's good.
What do you think your relationship would be like with him if you didn't become...
He sends me info about me.
That's what I'm saying. He thinks you're interested in you.
Well,
so.
I am. He's right.
He's trying to relate to you.
It was an article I hadn't seen.
If you say you didn't become like this famous person,
I'd be a
and
disaster.
there wasn't even that, like you didn't even see articles about you. Say you became like an accountant and you were living, in Westchester or something. He'd probably never see you, because he wouldn't even have articles to cut out.
Right.
No. He might send him tax articles he saw in the
Right, that's true. My dad would
change it in the tax card.
My dad loves articles.
Yeah.
But his name wouldn't be in them.
But I think it's
how his name is in
But
the
he's interested in Texas.
I think it's kind of cool that Richard's dad's like,
Oh, no, it's touching, sure.
Hey, Richard, turtle just flipped over on its back and wanted to tell you.
Mushroom hunting.
I have the same relationship with Scott the engineer that I have with my dad. I mean, we see each other once in a blue moon. Scott sends me emails once in a while about articles about me.
Fuck everyone.
It's something about you and engineers.
Yeah, and,
Fuck everyone.
Hey, this is your dad. I wouldn't mind here. Hello, this is your dad. I'm just leaving you a message to tell you.
The rooster jerk.
A rooster just masturbated.
I'm still wondering if you call your dad.
There's a rooster.
Do you call your dad?
What?
Do you call your dad?
No. I'm going to call about it.
Well, maybe he thinks you don't want to hear from him because he never hears from you.
That's true. I actually like that my dad doesn't bother me. I see some of these dads that are a pain in the ass. My old man knows how to play it.
It looks like Richard never picks up on his dad.
No.
All we get is messages.
This is your father. We just killed that turtle. We're going to make soup.
Who knows where the hell your mother got a turtle?
We just killed a raccoon. We're going to sell it to black people. This is your father. That's right. We're driving to Roosevelt to sell the raccoon to black people.
What? To wear a kinky wig to try and fool people.
Right.
The chicken shithead just died. We got to shoot it.
Howard, it's your father. Shithead just died.
We shot shithead.
We're keeping an eye on Pecky.
Howard, this is your father. I'm going noodling today.
That's what it is,
That's
noodling. What
stick
is
your
noodling?
arm into a hole.
That is where you take your arm and stick it into a green type of water.
And you rumble around and look for the trout.
Anything else, Robin?
Yeah, shout out from Jenna Jameson.
Oh, what is it? What is it, Richard?
I'm sorry, real quick. You were talking about noodling. Did you see that video of that turtle guy?
Yeah, all right. We'll get to that some other time.
Okay.
Like never. Thank you.
Thank you.
Robin, yes, you were saying shout out
from Jenna Jameson. She has a new movie out called Zombie Strippers. Jenna says Howard Stern's Private Parts was her favorite mainstream project. 2-6.
I like that. Thank you, Jenna. Lovely. I should have fucked her on this set.
Absolutely.
I made a big mistake. She came in my trailer. I didn't make a move.
There are a lot of mainstream things that I did, but I think what stands out the most was the Howard Stern movie. Was groundbreaking for me. I was an adult star that had a major role in a mainstream movie. An Ivan Reitman film. It's huge.
Not only was Jenna in the film, Betty Thomas was her director. Ivan Reitman was her producer. And Betty said she's terrific.
Really?
Said she's a terrific actress. Yeah, she said she auditioned many people for that part, and I was there for each one of them. The girls had to be naked. And she said, there's a sweetness to her, and she has a nuance in her acting, and really was quite complimentary, and Betty would know. So she beat out a lot of people for it.
And Jenna says she loves horror films, something she has in common with Richard Christie.
Yeah.
I was always fanatical about...
I can't wait for the Fog Day.
Horror movies. From the time I was young, I used to sneak out and watch HBO. And my favorite movie was The Thing by John Carpenter. And
my father never would tolerate if I had something called the Fog Day. Yeah. He would get a hold of me. What, the Fog Day? You want a fog? Come here. I'll give you a fog.
Come here, you idiot.
I'm going to put you in a big fog, you moron.
You're walking around in a fog today. Why should it be any different?
Nothing was tolerated.
We'll have no fun.
Fog day.
We'll have no fun here.
Even my dad and I, our fun thing to do would be to watch the Three Stooges together. My father would start, you know why that's funny? Because Curly, he'd do an analysis.
Explain to you what was funny.
I was like, Dad.
You know why it's funny.
See, Curly, what I like about the Three Stooges, Mo is a big schmuck, but he is better than the other two. No. Okay, I get it.
Thank you very much,
I think I don't need an explanation of that.
Some wacky things being said by some politicians. Here's a guy from Colorado Springs. He's a member of the House of Representatives, Doug Bruce. He's under fire this time for remarks he made about Mexican farm workers. Bruce was addressing the House and was ordered to leave the podium when he referred to these workers as illiterate peasants. 3-1.
The more I read it, the more I dislike it. I would like to have the opportunity to state at the microphone why I don't think we need 5,000 more illiterate peasants in Colorado.
Representative Bruce, you are no longer recognized in the well.
Wow. Can you do that? Can you just shut a guy down?
That's what they did.
That guy's being,
See, there's some more tape of this cat.
Well, this is him explaining his remark.
I said, I do not want, but I don't want, up to 5,000 more illiterate peasants coming to Colorado. I certainly don't want to have a government program to bring them here.
He's sticking by those words. Here's Amber Tafoya, who's with the Denver-based Colorado Immigrants' Rights Coalition. She says Bruce's remarks are blasphemous.
I was shocked and a little insulted. I think that to call workers illiterate peasants is a terrible characterization of the skilled work that farm workers do.
So she's upset.
This guy went to a Seder and said he was Jews for Jesus.
And what was wrong with that?
That's all I simply said.
I'm merging the two religions.
It was a merge, and I was mad he was mad at me.
The First Lady of the United States is taking a turn on television this morning.
Extraordinary.
Yeah. Okay.
Laura Bush, I think, is doing which morning show?
She's doing, I know
the
this.
Today Show?
The Today Show, the 9 o'clock
sitting
hour.
in for somebody on that show?
Kathy Lee.
Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't know who she's sitting for either.
It's evidently 12 hours to the Today Show.
She and her husband have nothing but time on their hands, so they're doing television now.
Okay.
Here's a potential First Lady, Cindy McCain.
She's hot.
Her husband has come under fire lately. People are saying that he has a bad temper and maybe too much of a hothead to be in the White House.
Here's Cindy.
Wait a minute. She was on The View, and she insisted that her husband is just passionate about his beliefs. 2-8.
All of us are. We all have our pet issues. We all have whatever it is that we're involved in. He is passionate about the future of this country. Some people mistake that for temper. It's not. It is a clear passion.
So when he starts yelling and screaming at you and tries to come across the table at you, that's passion. Artie's that kind
Certainly.
of guy.
Fuck you! I'm a passionate man.
Senator Barack Obama is still campaigning. You know, today is the Pennsylvania primary. We've been waiting for this primary for weeks. Hillary Clinton had a commanding lead several weeks ago, but Barack Obama has been whittling away at it over the last couple of weeks, and they're hoping that his supporters are hoping that he either ekes out a win or confines Hillary to just a few percentage points more than him in the election. Here's the man himself. He offered some criticism of Senator Hillary Clinton. 2-10.
She is a hardworking, fine public servant. But Senator Clinton does not recognize the need to fundamentally change how Washington works if we are going to actually change how health care works or how our energy system works.
All right. He seems to know what to do.
He keeps saying that she doesn't know how to do the job any better than he does.
Right.
Because if she doesn't know with all of her...
That's the first place I saw it on two great big old tits.
Oh.
Nice. Two great big old tits.
If she doesn't know how the job works with all of her experience,
All right, Robin.
Neither does he. In Kansas City, Missouri,
yes,
the governor, Matt Blunt, says that people who commit violent sex crimes against children should die. 3-5.
I think he's right.
Other than first-degree murder, violent sex crimes against children are the worst crimes that any criminal could commit. Child predators attack the innocent and defenseless, and the pain that they inflict is permanent.
Got a point there. I mean, at least severe punishment.
He's pushing a proposal that would allow prosecutors to seek the death penalty against people convicted of violent sexual attacks against children under the age of 12.
Certainly prison for life, you know? Something.
Well, that is the question. Can you put someone to death?
And they say the recidivism rate is...
Oh, we got to get Ross the intern to say recidivism.
Recidivism, yes.
But can you put someone to death for sexual abuse?
I don't know.
Look, I think...
I used to be so pro-death penalty, and then I started seeing all these cases through DNA testing of everyone who was innocent and was in prison, and then they get out. Now I'm like, man, our legal system's fucked up. A lot of innocent people get screwed. So I don't know, man. But if you catch a guy with his dick in some kid's ass, I mean, that's pretty good reason to fuck him up.
Well, whoever caught that?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I have a hard line. I think if you have more than like 2 Journey albums, death.
That is a hard line.
You're really a real man. Serving pro-death penalty, for real.
Well, someday love will find you.
The question, like having, lived through sexual abuse, I don't think my father should have been put to death.
Well, you're the one to ask then. Obviously, you're the
you're the one who squealed on him.
Oh.
I squealed, but I might not have if I thought he was going to get the death penalty.
I don't know about, what did he do exactly? He didn't finger you.
No.
He never got the finger in.
Outside, yeah.
He was on the vagina, but he didn't get his finger in.
No.
I've always been afraid
should someone be put to death if they touch the outside of the vagina?
Depends on the toucher and the person he's
Personally, he certainly should have been punished, but I know what you're saying. I don't know that a death penalty, yes.
That's simple.
Yeah.
Cut off his hands.
Right.
Well, look, that's something that they used to do back in the ancient days as well.
Can't believe how creepy that is. Your dad put his hand on your vagina.
See, to me, someone like that is so gone. I can't relate to that behavior on any level. They're monsters in a lot of ways. Like, maybe they should go for something like that, you know?
Yeah.
These are monsters
people. I believe, certainly, if you kill somebody, you should get the death penalty.
See, I disagree with that in every circumstance.
But the trouble is, sometimes lately they're convicting tons of people of killing somebody, and they're wrong.
We never actually have like an eyewitness to the actual crime. We always are taking people's word and circumstantial evidence.
But let's stay on topic. You would not have put your father to death for what he did.
No.
All right.
And I do not
Is it that you're very hard to resist? I mean, you are an attractive woman. Do you think
I was a child?
I know.
I was not a woman.
Are you just irresistible?
Unless I'm in a Texas sect.
Sometimes I think about touching your vagina.
Oh.
Were you wearing a short dress that day?
No.
You weren't wearing a dress with the arms attached.
Batwing.
But my point, too, is that, to say that damage is permanent, it's only permanent if you hold on to it.
Well,
yeah, but who doesn't hold on to it, really?
Well, I don't.
Your character does.
Yeah, but this part...
No. I'm the character now. I don't hold on.
So, you don't think you hold on?
Robin, go ahead with the news. Seriously. Yeah, come on. You're trying
to help.
You're in an area that you don't know anything about.
Her father was in an area he didn't know anything about.
Right. He knew all about it.
He shouldn't have known about.
He certainly should not have even seen that area.
She had a big old tit.
Do you think that he might have done things to you when you were an infant that, of course, you can't remember?
No, I don't want to think about that. Why would you bring that up?
I have to think about that. I wonder if he did, like he was changing your diaper.
Well, I don't remember. I don't think he changed the diaper.
You're lucky for you. Thank God. I'd rather be in a big bag of shit than fucking have your father change my diaper.
Never mind.
Let me lie here.
I remember when I met him, I was so angry with him.
I know, and he was really in the throes of Alzheimer's by then.
It was hard to be angry.
Sure he wasn't faking.
I think it was his character.
I think he was faking it because he heard those stories come out, and he was just trying to find a way so the people wouldn't talk to him about it.
Right, he's smart. He was like, what?
That never happened.
Robin
He was doing
who?
the Jay Leno thing.
Yeah,
you met him once?
What?
I met him. Sure, I met Robin's father.
One time?
Yeah, that time in Vietnam.
Yeah, I met him. Met him on the air.
Yeah, not in this studio.
NBC, was that? Or
K-Rock.
K-Rock,
yeah.
Before your time.
No, I listened to NBC to K-Rock. I didn't miss that show, I guess. I don't know.
All right, Robin, anything else?
Madonna continuing to break records around the world. She has her 13th #1 single in the UK.
She is successful.
With her current hit, 4 Minutes, featuring Justin Timberlake. Here's a little bit of it.
Horrible.
I know. It's awful.
It's giving me a headache.
It's like nothing but noise.
It's like... That's the shit music I hear when people have parties. And
yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's going through the wall.
And you're trying to talk over it?
Yeah. How you doing? What? I said, how you doing? How's business? What? How's business, I said. How's business? Anything else, Robin?
Her 4-minute single can be heard on her upcoming album, Hard Candy, due in stores on April 20th.
You get in a club with music like that, someone chooses to tell you a tragedy, like, how's it going? My mother's got cancer. That's fucked up. Yeah. Can I buy you a drink?
Robin, go ahead, please.
Tina Fey has a new movie out called Baby Mama.
Boy, she's got an impressive career going. Movies, TV, Tina Fey.
You know, while I was saying to you that 30 Rock is not a hit, it is a great show.
Right.
Have you ever watched it?
No.
Alec Baldwin is genius.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
I like him.
He's really, really good. Tina here talks about the project, and she mentions Amy Poehler and Michael McCullers in this bite.
Amy and I obviously know each other for a long, long time and worked together a long time. And then I knew Michael McCullers, the writer.
All right, who cares? Let me go see the movie. In case who knew who. Just fucking let me go see the movie.
There's one episode of that show where Alec Baldwin has to do a Tracy Morgan impression.
Yeah.
And
good.
he's great.
Wow.
Yeah, really incredible. Jimmy Carter says he's coming back to the U.S. with a peace agreement from Hamas.
Did anybody tell me he's not the president?
Peace.
He says the U.S. and Israel snub of Hamas is really the problem. 1-5.
I finally figured out the problem. Problem is... Isn't it amazing how he figures out the problem?
And he's not president. He couldn't figure it out while
he was
president.
The world's shittiest president. I mean, Iran was having their way with our hostages. I mean, he was so shitty, we let Ronald Reagan be the president. Let a former actor be a president.
The problem is not that I met with Hamas and Syria. The problem is that Israel and the United States refuse to meet with these people who must be involved.
All right.
So there you go. That's what the problem is. We'll never get it solved unless we listen.
All right.
Here's the natural sound of Alabama quilt makers singing for John McCain. 1-3.
Jeez. I don't think I'd ever sing for a president. Sounds like black people for John McCain.
Black people singing to John McCain.
Wow, love that.
Could be wiggers.
Oh, stop. Here's Stephen Lieb, who says $4 a gallon gas is on the way.
The real bad news is, once the summer driving season gets underway, these gasoline prices are going to get higher, and I think America has to steel themselves to at least $4 a gallon gasoline.
Yay!
Oh.
Well, we love our cars. Oh, yeah.
We haven't given up a thing. We don't even care about gas mileage. We just want to fill up and go. Here's odds maker John Avello, who says it's down to the 2 Daves on American Idol. 1-7.
I do think it's a two-person race to 2 Daves. Is there somebody that could contend for the title with those two? No. If you're looking for an outsider,
Fucker's way too happy talking about American Idol.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, he loves it, man. He loves it more than I do.
And today is Earth Day. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. My cousin Richie and Julie are in town. They're big hippies.
They're celebrating Earth Day?
They have that 𝗵ceutical company, and they were telling me Earth Day's huge. And my cousin Richie said, back in the old days when he first went to the first Earth Day, Like, they actually got beaten up by cops and stuff.
It was sort of a joke.
It was almost like you were against America if you were for the Earth, which was so crazy to him. He was like, wow, I just want to see the Earth be clean, and he's getting beaten up. He actually got hit, and it was crazy, he said. But now, Earth Day is a different thing, and everyone's into the Earth.
Well, have you seen those commercials with Reverend Al and Pat Robertson?
Yeah, I don't care about either one of them.
Well, I say when you get those two together, I think somebody's up to something.
You bet.
Here's Renee Liu, who says this about the celebrity lineup for It's Easy Being Green.
It's a celebrity special, and it's a stellar lineup. Paul Newman, Willie Nelson, Helen Hunt, David Duchovny, Robert Kennedy Jr., John Mellencamp.
All right, good. Great.
A lot of stars.
Big
are
stars.
on the green bandwagon. And here she has some basic tips for going green.
Stuff like hang drying your clothes or using vinegar and baking soda to clean.
No, I'll do that.
All our grandparents did that. This is
just what I don't do anything my grandparents do.
Basic stuff.
And here's the little recipe for a delicious avocado-based dessert.
I do make this signature chocolate sort of pudding mousse.
How is that green?
Dessert, which is decadently delicious, and the base of it is avocado, which sounds a little bit...
So how is that being green? I don't understand.
Well, the avocado's green.
Okay.
And that's what's happening.
All right. Thank you, Robin. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And yes, quickly, Artie, go ahead. I know you have something very important to say. Please say it.
Real quick, May 8th, I'll be in Morristown, New Jersey. May 17th and 18th. One show each night, the Westbury Music Fair.
Oh,
Legendary
great venue. Great venue.
I think it's called something else, but if you go to Ticketmaster...
See Artie in the round.
Yes, May 7th.
So some people will be staring at your ass.
Round and around.
Do they spin you around as you perform?
I've actually performed in the round before, and I'm good when it's still, because I move around as I want to. But
you don't want them moving you.
You don't want you
I'll
spinning
get nauseous.
and them spinning.
Yeah, I
See
get
Artie vomit.
That's May 17th and 18th. And May 2nd, I'm doing a benefit for a friend of Sal's who died. We do it every year. May 2nd, Gotham in New York City.
Or Circus of Power. I bet you the Washington Squares would stick by their friends. Right, Meg? They stick by their friends.
Sure.
Yeah, well, nobody cares about them. I hope in 2 years you're writing teen advice books like Dee Snider. How's that?
Oh, boy.
All right? Hey, never mind that. Dee is going to come back from England with a big album.
And
it'll be premiered on this show.
Yeah.
He's our friend. He can go to other radio stations. I don't care if rock groups go to other radio stations. Let him go to all the radio stations. Let him go to W Light. I could care less. But the point is, I don't care where they go. But for my friends to shut me out of interviews, that's a pretty heavy thing. Don't say anything. Just look. It's a pretty heavy thing.
Richie, are you still there?
Yeah. Some friends. Hey, this is how I make my living, man. If you guys block me out, everyone's going to block me out.
Howard, I'm not blocking you out, bud.
You are, bud. Why don't you come on the show then today?
Here I am.
Where were you and John? Here I am. You may embarrass me in front of the whole radio community. I can't even... My friends come up to me and say, hey, I thought those guys were your friends. I hear them on NEW.
Yeah, some friends. Ha!
Yeah, well, that's okay, man. I guess I'm not owed anything.
And we know that.
How did
never asked for anything.
How did that sodomy feel that night in the K-Rock limo when we lined that up for you? Was that good? Well, as good as that was, that's how bad I'm feeling. Just the opposite. When someone needs a favor from me, do I reject them? No. I tell them to call my agent, and he rejects them. But okay. At least I don't sing.
Howard,
yeah.
I call you?
May you fall into such obscurity as Vince Scelsa.
Oh.
All right?
May you one day have to do the Vince Scelsa show.
Yeah.
For publicity.
No, may one day Vince Scelsa call you up and say, I can't play your album on Idiot's Delight. Nobody's ever heard of it.
Yes, may Vince Scelsa reject you.
Yeah. And don't call me Bud. Call me Kitten. I love Father Knows Best. What is it, Gary?
There's an angry, talentless Bon Jovi on the phone in the office.
Oh, good. What does he want?
He wants to know why he's the only one who calls you and you call him the talentless one.
Who?
David Bryan.
Oh, David.
David is very talented. He is. Okay. He should put out a solo album. Everyone will rush to get
He should leave these guys.
He should leave them.
He doesn't get featured enough in the video.
David's a good guy. I'll give you that. David who?
Oh, David!
David, the keyboard player. The one who gets to stand all the way stage right.
Yeah.
Where is David?
You want to try?
Yeah, put him through. We'll put him on also. Okay. Another.
Hey, scream at them all at once.
Yeah. Richie said, God knows he's not making a good argument.
Yeah, you don't have anything to say, do you?
Howard, I'm just listening, man.
Tell me, man, why? Just tell me why.
Just, me,
hey, do me a favor. Be honest for once.
You're no damn fun, Howard.
Tell me why.
I gotta check it out, man. I thought I was gonna call you up and have a good time, but you're no damn fun.
I'm no fun. You're right. You're right.
You had more fun with Scott Muni.
You had more fun with Scott Muni, huh, pal?
Hey, so when you going on tour?
Hey, my friend. Let me tell you something. I haven't been on the radio, man. You're the only person I called up, and this is the first person I called up, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard. God, man.
Hey, here's David.
Hey, Howard, what's the definition of eternity?
What?
What's the definition of eternity?
Is this clean?
Sort of.
Sort of. No, it's not clean.
Come on, it's a good one.
All right, what is it?
It's from the time you do it to the time she leaves.
Come here, you.
Yeah.
Listen, let me just say something. There's a noontime show we have.
Oh, Jackie's putting that in Nonsense at Noon.
Nonsense at Noon. Listen, you two guys, I am hurt.